Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck, everybody.
I look like such an idiot.
Rather you than me.
No, exactly. There we go. Make this just look a little bit more better. Where did I leave it? Right, there we go. Yeah, thank you for sending me the PNG of course, Colostomy UK. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah, I've got plenty to share, so yeah.
Ah, lovely. Thank you. I've just, yeah, I wanted to do as much as I could to make it basically uh, as best as possible. Like, want to make
Yeah,
this
I've made them aware that obviously we were doing it and everything, so they're very supportive. So
excellent. That's what it's about, innit? Just, oh, what have I done? Oh, there you go. Yeah, exactly. I just want to make sure it's as, oh, I mean, obviously as best as it can be, So there you go. There you go. My shameless plug is done. So there we go. Let me just turn the controller off because it has a habit of dying super fast. Sorry, everyone. There you go. Boom. And very lastly, is that all updated on YouTube? Yeah, that is. Okay. There we go. So it's gonna be a really good night. Of course, qualifying. Is it 10 minutes?
20. 20-minute qualifying and 3 hours of the race.
Hey, excellent. There you go. And I'll post the link to your stream here as well. I didn't realise, I'm so blonde, I didn't realise you had Twitch, so I only just followed you from when it got sent through the other day or earlier. I'm sure you've said about it before, and I'm sure I've seen it before, but I'm just so blonde, so I'll just be a babe. There you go. And I'll post
I don't
them.
really advertise the fact that I'm on Twitch, to be honest.
Oh, fair enough. Is it more for your own?
Yeah, it's just yeah, I just enjoy every now and again. I've been doing all Eurasia and European 75 and things. I've been streaming them, but I've only got like 5 or 6 people watching, so.
Ah, I see. Still more than me, to be fair.
Yeah, but yeah, I enjoy it.
Good.
To be honest, half the time I forget that people are watching. So.
Yeah, same. I think apart from the number count in the corner, it's so easy to kind of forget it's kind of there, isn't it? Like it's like, oh, okay. I mean, I'm having a good time. You're having a good time. We're all winning.
Yep, that's what it's about tonight.
Exactly. All right, cool. I'm back. Hey, Legend. Hey, JDP. How are you? Hey, Legend. Hey, Heat Seeker. Hello, everyone. Actually, what I'll do, I'll get back to my chair. Boom. There you go. I'm here. Okay. So, yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a magical night. So, let's have a little look. See who we got here. So we got Sophie. What's she chosen here? The BMW. Very nice car. Have you driven it much?
Not really. Can't use that much, if I'm honest, mate.
Ah, same here, to be fair. I started using it actually when we were at the, the Races Harlem headquarters.
Yeah.
I actually used it there. Like, the machines, they're all kind of new. Or whatever, they didn't have many cars, but that was one of the ones we got the manufacturers signing, just so we could get the cars for the machines. Yeah. That's quite cool, actually. I drove a Lexus, which I never drove before. The BMW, and then, of course, my standard Aston, of course, had to be done. And yeah.
No, it's not a Group 4 car of choice for me, if I'm honest.
No, of course. Yeah, your Citroens.
Yeah, it's a long story with Citroens, to be honest.
Of course.
Yeah, it's yeah. I like the Citroen. I don't use it very often. It's just like a running thing with Basic Ollie, the streamer.
Yeah.
It's just like a running gag with him and his chat when I used to be in his chat a lot. So every time he'd ask for just chat want me to use, I just used to put Citroen. And then a lot of people would follow, and he absolutely hates the Citroen, so he always ended up driving a car that he didn't like. So
there you go. It worked out for everyone, then, didn't it? Alright, let's just. I'm really bad at sharing my stuff. I take like so long. I'm so slow. Citroen memes. Hell yeah. I've not driven a Citroen in this game, to be fair, so I don't know what it's like. Is that the automatic, the electric powered one or something, or am I thinking something else?
No, it's yeah, there is a Group 4 and a Group 3. It's that GT Vision Citroen thing.
Ah, got ya.
Very nice looking. Very. I like how it looks and things, but Group 4's okay. Group 3, it's not the easiest car to drive, so I wouldn't recommend it for Group 3, mate.
Yeah, fair enough. I've recently tried the Jag, actually. The Jaguar was quite nice. In Group 4, I think it was. I think I got in the daily race when we were doing... I can't remember which one it was now. It was a couple of weeks back. I think it was the week before Bathurst. It was like a daily race B or something. I got it and I was like, oh my god, this Jaguar feels really nice. I can't remember what track it was at, to be fair, but... Let's put it... that one.
Notice Gecko is in the Group 4 Supra.
He is. I really wish I could have that car, because you know when we were picking... So you know for the Eurasia 75, which if you guys want to see, of course, a shameless little plug on the channel, I'll post the card up there in the actual video after this. But yeah, in the Eurasia series, I was picking my cars, and I've tested quite a lot of them out, to be fair. Some I fell in love with, some not so much. I really wish I had the chance to get my hands on the Toyota, though, this Supra right here. I had to settle for the next Toyota in line, which I don't think I picked very well, to be fair. But I'll take 5th place in a car that I didn't know well.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Supra, I don't know. Do you think it handles as good as the Group 3 Supra, I wonder?
I know Gecko... I've actually been in some practice lobbies that they've been doing for this, and Gecko actually really likes it, so... Yeah, I think I'll take his word that it's a decent Group 4 car, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely. I suppose when an alien says it's good...
jealous.
Yeah. You can't go wrong there. Hey Sean, how you doing, mate? Welcome. Yeah, no, exactly. It looks really nice on the interior here, actually. I quite like the red wheel. It reminds me of my first one, the Ferrari 458. Just, it was a really basic Thrustmaster wheel, no force feedback. I think it was like, it didn't even have like really a full lock. It just went like 180 degrees in total or something. It was like really minimal. So where is Gecko at now? I'm trying to work it out because my face covers the minimap. I think it could be. I'm going to get this all wrong here now, but I think it's just gone past Flant's Garden.
Yeah, I agree.
And who else we got
So
here?
I'm leaving all the corners up to you, mate.
Yeah. Here you go, I've got a big job. I've got some big boots to fill tonight, so wish me luck. Let's have a little look here. So, what is JP invested in? So, JP is in another BMW here. I think this one's the M4. Again, looks like a very nice car. I think I've driven it briefly, but not really driven it properly. It does look like a good time, though. Really cool livery, actually. And that's the little carousel. That one, I can't remember the name of it. I can't. But that one's a little one. Basically, you want to be riding that inwards as much as possible. And fun fact, it used to be like a little drainage kind of area until it was like kind of paved over. Then I don't remember the year now. I remember listening, but I don't remember it. But basically, it was used as a way to kind of cut out some time in the track instead of riding it the long way around. Like the inner part of the bowl, I suppose. Like, you know, in oval racing, you kind of want to be on the inside sometimes and the outside other times. I think it's kind of like that. You want to be tucked in on the inside there where JP has just gone. And I think that's going to lead Vest onto the Dotinaho. I'm probably butchering all these names here, guys. So sorry about that. And looks like Vest has chosen the Subaru. So following on from the Eurasia 75. You can see here, such a nice long straight. Should we get some HUD back up? And I think we're still on the first lap here, aren't we?
Yeah, we've just got Sophie and Danny Legend are just starting their first fast lap now. So
excellent. Yeah, I'll work my way back round to them. Hopefully, try and get everyone a bit of equal screen time here. You know, and I'll just get the chat back up on my phone so I don't lose track of the corner names for later. I've saved it as a picture, but I've also sent it to you, so hopefully I don't lose it either way.
Yeah, I've got it. If you do, I've got it as a backup.
Ah, superb. Thank you so much, mate. Rooting for Sophie. Yeah, good stuff, mate. Yeah, nice livery. I like it. I think Heatseeker's made a lot of these liveries here, actually, or certainly a couple anyway. I really like them. Of course, that one Vest is in. I think the one that King Ears is in, and there's probably a few others dotted around as well. So let me know. I wish I was good at liveries, but
yeah, that's one thing I really wish I could do.
Absolutely, and I think this is probably the easiest livery editor as well. In like all the games I've had the chance to try making liveries for, like on ACC on PC, I've got Photoshop, so I try and make it kind of that way. But it's very, very difficult. I'll say the least. I prefer GT Sport, but I'm really lost with it. And I think Ginger could also be in Heatseeker's livery. I love that red, grey and white finish. That is really sweet.
Yeah, some nice looking cars in this one.
Oh, absolutely.
Tell people have put a lot of effort in.
Yeah, that's what I like. I think, you know, there's so many different like aspects in this one. Obviously there's a charity element, which of course if you guys want to donate, there'll be a link in the description below to Colostomy UK. I hope I've said the name right.
Yes, you have.
Oh, fantastic. I'm really bad with pronunciations. So that's always a great sign. What was it? In addition to that, of course, you know, we do have everyone competing for the win tonight. You know, just good time, and also me and Gaz having a superb time on party chat. So this should be a great time.
3 hours of non-stop talking on a Saturday night, watching people racing. What more do you...
Exactly. What more do you need in life?
We can watch these stressing, struggling for 3 hours, and we can just watch and enjoy it.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself, actually, mate. You speak words of wisdom. So, of course, if you guys like what you see, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and also if you haven't checked out the Gaz's channel yet, make sure you do so. I've left a link in the description below. Make sure you give it a cheeky follow from me. Yeah,
I think quite a few people are going to be flitting between both.
Absolutely. I'm sure we're going to get different elements of the races covered, which is probably really helpful, actually. So if we missed anything, we just refer to the other stream and vice versa.
Yeah, because I mean, we obviously planned it beforehand that you were on YouTube, I were on Twitch, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Covering both, yeah.
Yeah. I think we're getting the full coverage, really, innit?
Oh, evening, John. John's doing both.
Oh, lovely.
Watching me and you. He's going to flick between both.
Oh, what a top guy. Thank you, John.
And good evening, Sean, as well. Been a while.
Hey, Baz. Looks like we're getting a lot of the RA community here, and hopefully we'll get some new people to see as well. But it's lovely to see everyone all coming together. You know, it's like it's nice to see such a lovely community thrive. And it's my first time I've ever been in a racing community, or really any community for that matter. I've always been quite a lone gamer, hence the lone wolf. But it's nice to finally have you guys.
Yeah, amazing community.
You can't go wrong with everyone in the group. And it looks like, okay, I remember this corner now. So yeah, so now John Boy has just gone past Flants Gardens. Therefore, he's going to be approaching the little carousel in the Aston Martin. There you go. See, he's picked it. He's in. Oh no, sorry, I've got it all wrong. I got it all wrong. He's at Dot and a Ho. I just not ideal there, but he's in the Varnish. So happy days. Sneak has just had I think maybe
he's got damage.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there. Maybe it was a technical issue there or something. But in of course, the Scirocco, which is actually kind of hard to tame. Fun fact: that's what I achieved my A rating in for Fuji in the Scirocco. So it's a beast, but you gotta be able to drive it right. Which
I did mine in the Veyron. Monza.
Oh, nice. Monza, yeah. Nice one.
Yeah, nice easy track. You see, you can't go wrong with that. So.
No, absolutely. The thing about Monza is the first chicane. That frightens me. But apart from that, it is pretty much as nice as it can be, really. Like it's quite fast flowing. I think it's a really good track for overtaking as well. Really fun for the multi-class league as well that we did earlier on in the year. Superb track to start with, especially without the chicane. But nonetheless, even with the chicane, I think it's a really good track. Definitely one I want to get faster at. I think that's definitely going to be my goals for GT7. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good time. Hi Anthony, welcome to the stream, mate. 8 people in the stream. That's the highest I think I've ever had. So Well done, guys. You're all epic.
We'll hit 50 by end of tonight.
You think? I'll hold you to that. Nah, brilliant. And of course, on our way to 100 subscribers. We're at 75 right now, but we will slowly get there. Of course, with the community that's growing as well. What was it? We got a couple of new members recently, so it's good to see it's expanding.
Yeah, please everybody subscribe if you haven't already.
Exactly. We want to grow both channels so we can, well, do more things like this. I mean, what was it? Mention about a future 3 hour at a different track. I think it was, wasn't it?
I think Chris is planning another one of these, but at a different track.
Awesome. And
I've heard Bathurst.
My favourite track. Yes, Bathurst, Tokyo Expressway, Fuji. Come on, all three beautiful tracks.
Yeah, preferably one with less corners so we can remember.
Well, Special X could be a good one.
yeah.
It's called
3 hours around there.
Yeah, it's corner 1, turn Gaz. It's corner 2, turn Zafra. Boom, there you go. See, fantasy track, brought it to life.
3 hours, that's it. We'll do it next month.
Yep, that sounds good. There you go. And maybe make it another charity stream. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'd love to. It's amazing having this opportunity to, of course, host it in terms of, doing the YouTube sides of things, and of course, to work with yourself as well tonight, on party chats. It's going to be really lovely, and hopefully, hear all sorts of lovely tales from yourself as well.
I'll do my best. No pressure now.
Of course. And I still need to figure out these corner names as well, but I'll definitely try.
Yep, you're in charge of corner names, Jack.
There you go. Big responsibility right here.
You're the Murray Walker. I'll be the Martin Brundle. So.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. I think I know what you're referring to as well. They're commentators, aren't they?
Yes. Oh, you're not as old as me. It's all right. I'll let you off.
Oh, thank you, mate. So I had an idea roughly of Brundle. I was like, I recognise that name. I feel like it's come up before, but where? But there you go. Yeah. No, I love the interior of this Supra. That's Gecko's Racing. But exactly, yeah. We're going to work together and hopefully make this as entertaining as we can do for everyone. Happy birthday to your daughter, Anthony. Wishing her all the best from all of us here.
Happy birthday.
My birthday's coming up, actually. I've got mine falling on the BTCC on a track that I am really bad at, so it might be a little bit embarrassing, but who knows? Maybe I'll get my first Asylum win at some point. That'd be cool.
I'm sure you will at some point, mate.
Oh, I have my fingers crossed. I'm feeling Fuji in the BTCC, and I'm feeling Brands in the Italia Cup. So actually, hold on, we've already done Brands, didn't we? Okay, ignore me. I'm feeling it at some point in time. We'll have to sit on it, see when it happens.
Yeah, Fuji's not my forte. If I'm being honest, it's probably my weakest.
Ah, see, it used to be one of my weaker ones, to be fair. But last week, sorry, I just grinded it loads. And when we did the Pro-Am series, when I was partnered with Sneak, that was, I don't know, it just all came together. First time properly racing. I was like, wow, okay, I'll say that. I see here people setting some times. It looks like Tweetman's got a nice slipstream from Vest here. They're both actually working with each other, so maybe there's a chance that these two will start benefiting from that lap time. So we'll see. Gecko's at a 8:45.5. Wow, that's quick. Yeah. I set my group free time earlier for the thumbnail, and I got I think it was a 7 minutes 2 or something. It was with Bop on soft tyres, but it was like a 7 minutes and 2 seconds or something like that. But the track, because all the corners and the tyre compounds, which looks like they're running softs at the moment, looks like that's really going to be. Oh, wow, okay. The Chris goes out and blows Gecko's time out the wall there.
Wow.
That is insane, isn't it? 8 minutes 42.3.
That is quick.
And I fully understand Chris just taking that one away there. That is insane. And I wonder if we just go down the order here. So Danny set a 8:46.9, I think that is. My face is covering the screen there. Not ideal.
Yeah, 8:46.9.
That's the one. Has it started? Not yet, Shadow. It is started very soon, though. Qualifying is going to be one more lap for certain people. I think it's going to be. I think so anyway. Or is there like a... Oh, no, there you go. Final lap, yeah. So a couple people are going to get their laps in. Looks like JP is an opportunity here, the Canadian, who does the awesome liveries. In fact, we have a good couple of livery creators now, don't we? We've got Kev, JP and Heatseeker. That's our main three, isn't it?
Gecko does quite a few for me as well. He's... Gecko does some really nice ones, so...
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. The three main ones is Kevman, Heatseeker and JP.
Shadow, and I love all the liveries that they do. Like, I use the Supra and the Scirocco. Thank you, Shadow, for your kind words and wishing everyone luck. What was it for the? I've just lost my train of thought. Sorry. Oh yes. So for the Scirocco and the Supra, I've got Heatseeker's liveries. I've showcased them in a couple of videos, I think, but I think they make me faster. And then for the league races, I've been using, of course, Kevman's awesome Italia Cup livery and Eurasia livery. I made my Euro 75 livery, you know, that lime green I had on the back with the white and black kind of stripes. Yeah, that was my creation. It was interesting, wasn't it? But it was definitely something. I'm really liking Sophie's livery right here, the red, white, and green. Or red, black, and white with the green kind of accents. I'm really liking that.
Yeah, that is nice.
So I can't stop eyeing it up, and I can see. Absolutely, it's really, really cool. I'm just let's have a little look here. So you got people in the pits. Of course, they finished their lap. Mackie set his time. I can't quite see it at the moment. There it is. Is that 9:04.2?
9:54.
Oh, 54.2. Ah.
Yeah, but Mackie's using the Evo. Oh, that's it now. You know, Mackie's... Yeah, he's been brave. That'd be my choice.
Yeah, I take it it's not suited to this track then.
No, it's not too bad. I think tyre wear will probably struggle.
Yeah, no, fair point. I reckon this will probably be a couple of... oh, there you go. So, tyres will be required to change on this one. So hopefully everyone will devise a plan and, of course, be able to stick to it. But, of course, race incidents and race... stuff happen, so of course we're just going to hope for the best, and I'm sure everyone will do great.
Yeah, they have to use all three, soft, medium and hards, for a minimum of 1 lap.
Oh, decent. And 3 hours long is a long time, so it might be a good idea to try and maximise on-track potential. I don't know how long they're going to last. I mean, what's it? So, for example, John Boy here, he's on his second lap and he's only got a smidge of red on there, at least on the back tyres, and the front one's a little bit more so. So I don't know how it feels for him, but I'd probably estimate maybe about 15 to 20 laps possibly, like pushing it on softs, but I'm just not sure. I'd be interested to know. Thank you, Shord, for the commentary. Very nice of you to say. I hope you guys are all enjoying it. Of course, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and of course check out Gaz's channel in the description below if you want both of our coverage. Hopefully we're going to try and get it all for you.
Yeah, we'll try not to miss anything.
Absolutely. Oh, there you go, John Boy, 8:52.5. Looks like Danny's actually got a penalty here. Is that going to affect his lap, I wonder?
Yeah, I think Danny and I know Sophie was running around with a penalty.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, looks like they still got it at the moment.
Yeah, I think they should be able to burn it off.
I would have thought so.
Zone, surely, but...
Yeah. I think it'll go over time, especially with this this carousel area here. It's a lot slower. I think it's one of the slowest corners in the track. Although I think if we're just hopping on board with let's get in the car with Danny here. I think he's going to be approaching this slowest corner. Let's see if I don't butcher. This is. I think this is section. Okay, so let me just grab the grab it again. So he's gone past. So he's at the 3 trees, so past S-Batch. I think he's gone past... Oh no, he's approaching a big straight now, I remember that. Oh, Sophie's in the wall. That's very unlucky, but this one here, this is called YouTube Corner, with the gravel trap on the left. Oh, it's actually sand. Actually, I couldn't make out what it was there. It's normally something there on the left. I think that one's normally YouTube Corner, and that's, of course, going to make him approach Dot in a hoe. I would never say that one right. No, sorry, this one here is YouTube Corner that Danny's going over now. That's the one. I'm going to get it all wrong at the beginning. But then over time, we're going to start figuring it out, I reckon.
Yeah, we've got 3 hours to sort it out, so don't worry.
Exactly. So, I mean, I'm not sure how many laps it's going to be, but with everyone going round, that's going to give me plenty of opportunities to try and get it right. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Well, that is number 2 priority. Number 1 is making sure you guys are having a good time, making sure we get the lovely message out to get these donations in. So if you guys want to donate to a charity, make sure you check out the link in the description below, and same with Gaz's channel as well. But it's going to be a wonderful time, so make sure you're all comfy, grab your drinks, grab your snacks. Welcome, King Ears. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. Personal updates, daily time, watching the stream, past my bedtime. Oh, fair enough, Shadow. Yeah, no, I got you. Good luck for the race tonight. Good luck to you both commentating. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate that, mate. I managed to get one lap in. Has binned it on first lap. Oh, to be fair, it's so easy to do on this track. I know I struggle a lot on this one, especially just coming out of... let me grab the little map here. So, yeah, basically as north as you can get on the track, where it all gets to the little villagey area in Surfson. Oh, I said that all wrong, probably. It's like a little kind of village there. I seem to get it wrong very badly, because it's like a sharp right followed by a very slow left-hander, like a hook. So, of course, that's not ideal here. But I'm not the one racing, so it's not too bad. So JP is actually on the Dotana Ho right now, and he's got a very long straight here, so he's got the opportunity to try and get some mad time.
Yeah, I'm just watching Danny. He's just coming in to finish his lap.
I see. We're going to see, is he going to improve on his time, or is he going to be settled with that 8:46?
Oh, 8:55 this time.
And that's, yeah, fair enough. But it looks like, oh, JP just misses his time by half a second, but not too bad. That's consistency right there, and that's definitely what you need for this track. You need to be fast, but at the same time, if you can keep it on track more than off track, that'll give you that little bit of a front foot, I think. Can't stay to the end as I'm working tomorrow. No problem, JP. No problem, John. 1.1 seconds off Chris. Yeah, I think Chris is a living legend at this track. That's for sure. Is anyone?
Yeah, he's done some mileage at this track, to be fair.
Oh, absolutely. That it is incredible, and then this is an incredible circuit as well. Just trying to work out who's actually still on track here. I think it's just Tweetman, isn't it?
Yeah, Chris is going round, but
got ya.
I think you were just getting a bit more practice in.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's got 2 minutes 40, so he not too sure where he's on the map right now. If I just go into this view, I'm not going to be able to get it from here. I don't know, maybe he'll be able to finish within that 2.5 minutes left. Hi Paul, how are you doing? It's good, thanks mate, how are you? Hey guys, Chris getting a nice little cruise in here, isn't he? Loving the liveries here, by the way. Everyone's done such a great job.
Yeah, definitely. Every single one looks amazing. And a million times better than I could create, so...
Oh, same here, mate. Liveries aren't my strong suit, but and same with qualifying, to be fair. It's mainly just the race, but it depends on the track. So I'm very interested to see what everyone starts with. Is it going to be the tyre they finished on just now? Is the tyre they're going to start on for the race?
I believe everybody starts on the tyre that they've used for this.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I think everybody's softs, aren't they, at the minute?
Looks like it, apart from Sophie, who's on hards.
On hards.
So going for the alternative strat there, but we're going to obviously pay attention to see how that benefits Sophie later on. Of course, going to be very interested to see if that gains or loses time. I mean, I would say get laps, 1 lap on the hards, 1 lap on the mediums, and run the rest of the race on softs. Like every couple of laps, just change it up. But I think you're going to run the risk of having an extra long pit stop, and we're going to have to see if it's saving time or not. It might be worth sticking out, maybe 10 laps, 15 laps, just running it till its full potential, just to minimise time in the pits. But because it's such a long track, I think that, I don't know, you want to be on the faster tyre compound as often as you can be, I suppose. But really could go both ways. Just noticed here, Danny's actually got the 3-hour Nurburgring on his car, on his livery there. That's really cool.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I think Mackie has as well. I think Mackie's got it on the rear of his Evo.
Ah, you are right. That's so cool. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm liking that. It's your boy Jack. Thank you, Melty. Welcome. Captain Apex, what's up, Grandpa? How you doing, buddy? It's your boy Apex.
Yeah, evening Blitz. Yes, there is a couple of people missing. Bobby has had problems with his wheel, and Womble Leader's not here either, so...
Hopefully, maybe in the next event, we'll get to see Womble and Bobby. But I suppose, you know, stuff does happen, and, you know, real life does stuff happen as well, doesn't it? So at least we got everyone who's in the race now that are here, and of course, you know, it'll still be a lovely time, won't it? And we're all gonna have a good time. In honor of Sabine, hell yeah, Short. And King Ears said, get 21 to 22 laps in. Should only needs to refuel once. Soft should be last about 10 to 12 laps. Oh, fair enough, King Ears. So we've got the strategy right there. So we're going to see how that benefits everyone as well. See what everyone decides to do. So, what are your predictions for this one then, Gaz? How do you think everyone's going to do? If you have any.
The top three.
Yeah.
I'll go Chris, Gecko, and JP. I think.
Yeah.
That's my. Let's see. I've thrown it out there now.
Absolutely, it's out there for the world. So there you go. We'll have to see. I mean, qualifying time's one thing, but can they keep it on the track? That's another thing. I think Chris, Gecko are definitely the two. I know I've seen race in action as well. I know they're consistent. I reckon King Ears could be a good underdog here. New to the academy, and sorry, not academy. My mistake. Sorry, new to the asylum. And in addition, of course, he's quite quick on track. However, I've not seen him around the Nurburgring here, so I'm really interested to see how King Ears does. But I know some people towards the back of the grid here, so if we just quickly have a little look here. So I know Mackie, he's really consistent and he is very respectful. So I reckon if he just keeps it planted on track and stays cool-headed, so just stay focused, I think he might be able to have a little battle here with maybe Vest and John Boy, potentially Danny as well. I reckon those lot are in my kind of area in the racing field.
I think damage is just going to be key into it. If anybody has a slight off,
oh yeah,
they're going to be good damage here, and with it being heavy damage, that's your lap ruined, and you know it could happen to anybody.
Oh, absolutely. That's the thing. Yeah. You got to be
consistent, keep it on track, and I think you'll have a good race. To be fair,
I couldn't agree more. That's the thing with these races, especially the longer ones as well. You don't want to be in the pits, especially around this long circuit. You're going to lose the slipstream. You're going to lose, you know, your time. And I mean, luckily on this game you don't have drive-through penalties, so you don't lose that half a minute to a minute, maybe even more, as you would, as say on ACC or AMS2, you know, other racing games. But yeah, I think thing to be on the lookout for is keeping your car on track as opposed to making, you know, dive bombs and stuff. You want to be keeping it consistent here.
I doubt that. Blitz has said I think Sneak will be in the kitty litter more than on track.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
There you go. We'll have to keep a little tab up. Hey Blitz, how you doing, mate? We'll have to have to
sneak count. See how many times it goes off track.
Yeah, we'll get a sneak count again. So he loves us really.
Yeah, he does. King Ears has actually moved up to first.
Yeah, I've been working my way down the grid there, but yeah, no, it looks like he's actually got. I'm stuck in this camera mode here. I might have to quickly plug my keyboard in, but yeah, it looks like he's. Actually, I'll just turn my controller on. That's easier. He's got the move done on Chris there. Looks like that's starting to pull away a little bit from Gecko as well. Sorry, everyone. There we go. Yeah, looks like he's starting to pull away from everyone there. So I really hope I just haven't damaged the stream. I hope everyone's still there. Oh, for you, everyone's still there. Okay, cool. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's see. Can I change the camera now? Oh, I can hear myself. There we go. I guess I'm stuck in this camera mode. Okay, fair enough. Well, I suppose it's more like the real deal. So,
as long as it's a nice camera mode, you're alright.
Absolutely. We get the replay camera, like if we're watching F1 or the GT World Challenge series. So at least we got that. It could be worse. It could be, you know, well, I don't think there's any bad camera, I suppose, but at least it's not like some stock camera work that you're stuck at the start-finish straight and you don't get anything more for those 8 minutes until...
Yeah, at least we get to follow everybody around.
Exactly. So at least you get that as an advantage there. Is your camera work all right, I take it?
Yeah, mine's fine at the moment. Touch wood, mine's fine at the moment, mate.
Oh, excellent. You can get all the awesome overtakes then.
Just watching JP get pretty close to Danny at the minute.
Oh, I see, yeah, JP's got that penalty there. So is the rules for this same as every other Asylum league where the penalty must be served before the overtake?
So, yes, I think you're allowed to defend with a penalty, but you're not actually allowed to overtake with a penalty. So.
Yep, fair enough. Thanks for stepping in. Thanks for coming in, Paul. Hope to see you again later on. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the thing with penalties. You know, obviously, you have violated either like going off track or causing damage to another player or whatever. I know the penalty system's a bit broken at the moment. Oh, Danny just about catching it there. But yeah. Oh, they both got a penalty now. So actually, that's probably going to invite Tweetman into the fray. I'm stuck with this camera angle looking at the road. There we go. So yeah, really interested to see how this one all goes down. Of course, Tweetman's going to be in a great opportunity here to try and make the move. And Baz says earlier, FF cars. Where was the comment? I've lost it now, but I think he mentioned FF cars. Oh, there you go. Tyres will die. Says Baz. So I'm not too sure what's an FF car off the top of my head from the grid.
The Scirocco, the TT, they're both FF.
Ah, right, got you. So King is Sneak, and someone else was in the Scirocco. Chris, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, those are in FFs,
so that's going to make things quite interesting for the front of the grid there. It looks like there's a little battle here forming between Sophie and Sneak. So we got the battle of the S's. Probably going to be approaching the S's soon as well. So it looks like we're starting to get into the smaller groups here, and actually Sophie has been a legend, has got the mini-map in the bottom right-hand corner for me. Probably not intentional, but it is the way it is, so happy days. So actually I can just about see where we're going to approach, and it looks like we're going to be approaching the little carousel. I can't remember the name of the carousel, but it's the smaller carousel of the two.
Yeah, the carousel sounds good to me, mate.
Yep. Excellent.
From now on, it's known as the little carousel.
Exactly. Got a little carousel and big carousel. Well, actually, it'll be big carousel first and then a little carousel, but yeah, exactly. Close enough, isn't it?
Yeah, that'll do. We'll just rename every corner by 3 hours or so.
Exactly. We'll either get it or we'll make our own ones up. That's fine to me.
The Race Asylum corner names. We'll have his own little set of names for the corners.
Exactly. Maybe we can call them after each member that makes it memorable. For example, like call Chris's corner like, I don't know. Where's Chris at now? I don't even know. Yeah, so YouTube corner. There you go. Chris can claim this corner if I don't remember it later on. Chris's corner. At least I think so. And then of course Kingy is really closely behind. Actually, I think he's just about in a slipstream here, and he's really going to need that because although the Scirocco's quite tough on handling, it's got nice acceleration. But I think the Audi's got just that extra bit off top end. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. Our first carousel says Baz. Fair enough. What's it? Regular Megain trophy is FF, isn't it? I'm not too sure, Grandpa. To be fair, if you find out before I do, let me know. I'm really interested to see how they both come out on the straight, which actually they're going to be approaching extremely shortly. Just working our way back here. Gecko is still along the back here, but 2 seconds gap. And because it's such a long race, there's the opportunity to fuel save as well. So we're going to see if anyone does decide to start doing so or not.
Well, according to Blitz, Gecko has a master plan, so...
Oh yeah?
Blitz is the man with the inside information by the looks of it.
There you go, Blitz is our MI3 agent.
Yeah, he says Gecko's doing his master plan, so...
Oh, sorry, MI4? MI5? MI6? I don't remember which number it is, I'm an idiot. He's one of them. Yeah, fair enough. So we're going to see here, pinnacle moment, is Chris going to work... Sorry, is Blitz... Sorry, third time's a charm. Is King is going to work with Chris. This is an opportunity for them to break away from the pack. This is something I would do, assuming bump drafting is allowed. Yeah, Melty mentions about fuel save. You could gain extra lap. Also on the short, exactly. That's the thing. I mean, just looking at the indicators now, Gecko's got a slight bit more fuel than King Ears and Chris. Although it's all really minimal right now. I don't think we'll see anything till later on. JP still with that penalty, and does that mean Sweetman? There we go. He's worked his way up.
Just had an off. Danny's hit the barrier quite hard.
Oh, is he? And
yeah, front and rear damage for Danny.
And looks like Danny's got the battle with Sophie here. Oh, I'm stuck in a wall. Oh, they're both going into the pits. Very interesting.
Both in the pits.
Danny, 1 lap on the softs. Probably going for an alternative strat, which is, of course, always nice to see. Oh, my camera angle changed there for a minute, but it's come back to how it's stuck, so, oh well.
Sophie's done a 1 lap on the hard, so I'm assuming that's it for her on the hard, so...
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see her pit crew there. Black and pink, very nice, looking very snazzy. In fact, that reminds me, your pit guys are really, really cool. I forgot what season you showed it to us, but
yeah,
what was it? They're the gorgeous
for everybody to pinch.
Absolutely. What was it? Did we call them the gorgeous pit crew or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Absolutely, it's superb. See here, King is approaching the Schumacher S, I believe it is. I'm going to get the map back up because I'm going to try and actually read these out. That would be easier if I could get a cockpit cam, but oh well. So it looks like Chris and King Ears didn't work together here, so we're going to see. Of course, if Gecko's got his plan up his sleeve, he might be able to reel them in, especially with that Supra. If he can drive it right, I reckon he's going to start gaining. But of course, we will find out, especially after the race as well. Not the race, sorry, after this lap. We're going to see who's got the fastest lap so far. That's also going to play a little bit of have a bit of a role to see roughly how everyone's doing on pace.
Well, Sophie and Danny have both switched to medium tyres now. So, Sophie's done the hard, she's on the mediums, so... And she's done a lap on mediums, she's only got the softs to use, so...
Absolutely, if anything, she might be on the front foot for later on, at least with this battle between Sophie and Danny. I know...
Very clever.
Absolutely, and you can see Vest and Sneak have both found themselves, of course, moving up because of them two in the pits, and I think John Boy as well. Those three worked their way through, if I'm correct. So, of course, when they all settle their pits, we're going to just start seeing the grid kind of fill out a little bit. I'm very interested to see how Sophie and Danny do, with both of them going for like an alternative strategy.
Yep, I think they'll come back into it later on, definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Mac is in the pits. He's had damage.
Oh, is he? Oh, engine damage, I see, yeah, it's glowing red.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate. Very lovely looking livery, and it's a shame to see it so see it damaged there. But he's going to get the hards out the way, so not too bad there. He started on softs, didn't he? So
he did. So he's gone soft to hard. So yeah, probably makes sense. Get him over and done with.
Absolutely, and really, I mean, it's only going to maximise soft potential later on after the mediums are out the way. We're going to just hop on board with Chris here. So Chris is just going past Arenberg. So it's actually. What was it? That's sand as you just turn from the right. Sand on the left. It's quite a trap there. So easy to get stuck in it, especially in say other simulators, or I can imagine in the real on the real circuit itself. And just trying to work out where we are now. So we're at Twisty Turny. I think we're approaching Ardnar Forest from where Chris and King Ears are.
King Ears is getting a little bit of a gap now. A second he's gone up to.
There you go. And
pulling away from Chris slightly. So.
Exactly. You can see the Scirocco there. It's getting a little bit of time out those corners, but King Ears getting a little bit more time out those straights, I think. Or it could be the other way around potentially. But either way, those cars are two different beasts, but two very similar in terms of. I would say they're quite similar in terms of performance. Handling. Like. It's the acceleration that does it for the Scirocco that kind of like overpowers me, but the actual Audi, I think you have to, it was the car I first picked for the Asylum at the 3-man league, and it was a very acquired taste. I think I picked it because it's one of the only cars I've properly driven, and I'm really proud I picked it actually as a good choice. But it was definitely a hard beast to tame at the beginning, especially at Barcelona. That was I did have a couple of connection issues that day. But still, memories that I shall never forget. And where King Ears has just left is X-Mill. So he's actually going to be approaching Bergwerk very shortly. It's like a sharp right-hander. Actually, this might not be so sharp on this. It's hard to tell with these camera angles here, but quite a sharp right-hander. That's Bergwerk. Probably saying it all wrong. Again, I do butcher pronunciations, but that's just the quality of watching these streams.
Oh, Sneaks had a big off somewhere. He's got front, rear, and engine damage.
Ouch, that's not ideal, and especially his positioning here as well. He's got a long way to the pits, so I think.
Yeah, that's not good.
And the thing is, he's not able to pull out into the start menu and obviously refresh his tyres that way or anything. There's no shortcuts, unfortunately. Sneak's going to be losing time here. Oh, Tweetman's left the room. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe it was a connection issue, possibly. That's very unfortunate, that. So Sneak, yeah, he's going to lose time here, unfortunately. It might give Mackie the opportunity to start closing in. Although Sneak's on the faster tyre compound. Mackie has repaired from those damages earlier from that pit stop.
Yeah, I think by the time they get around to the actual pits, I don't think Mackie will be far off Sneak, to be fair.
Exactly, and we might see a little battle commence between the two of them, because there's a very long way for Sneak to go on that with that engine damage.
Yeah.
So Kevin, 1 for Sneak count. There you go. Kev is keeping account of sneak incidents. So it's unlucky. Well, sneak incidents. Does that work, or is that pushing it? Am I just reaching? I'm not sure. But that's very unfortunate. But Blitz did call it. No, I'm sure Sneak will have a good opportunity, but this does mean that this does give Mackie a good opportunity to start attacking later on. And if we're just looking towards the front here, so JP has got a penalty, which is nearly burnt off here. He's not far behind Gecko, so it's actually really good to see these guys quite close together, because as soon as they get on a straight, we're going to really see which car's going to pull away. Which car, although JP has unfortunately just gone off track, but does make a quick rejoin and keeps it all safe there, so happy days. And approaching Chris Corner there as well, as we called it earlier. Unfortunately picks up another penalty. And just heading over to Ginger here. And again, I think this is probably going to be my favourite livery that's been created. I think this one's by Heatseeker here. Definitely my favourite livery of tonight, I think.
Yeah, that is a nice looking livery. It suits that car as well.
Sorry?
It suits that car as well, that livery.
Oh, absolutely. It kind of reminds me of my Italia Cup livery that Kev's done. I know it's not quite the same, especially the colour scheme's a bit different, but I feel like it's got similar qualities. And I really like that design, like the almost like the kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but it looks all like kind of tech underground kind of. Yeah. I don't know, maybe not steampunk, but it just looks really cool. Ginger going for a nice little drift on the carousel there, but it does maintain it really well, so very nice job there. And John Boyer just shortly behind, but unfortunately has picked up a penalty, and the Aston, so I think he's going to maybe try to burn that off, or if not now, definitely later on. Typical, my one pick for the podium loses connection. Unlucky Grandpa. Well, if you want to cast your votes, who else might get podium? Or maybe any underdogs, of course feel free to put it in chat, or if you want to.
Yeah, predictions welcome.
Absolutely. And I think everyone in the asylum is all really quick and respectful anyway, but it could be anyone's game, and it's really early days at the moment. I mean, that's the thing. I would probably be suffering a race like this because I'm more like, I suppose it's a race, not a sprint for me. Sorry, a sprint, not a marathon is the right term. Oh, can you let's say nice quick time there, 8:46.1, but that can only get quicker. So Kev's prediction for podium is Chris, Sophie, Gecko. So I would actually, I'm still thinking Chris and Gecko, but I'm not sure who my third choice is going to be. I feel like it could be King Ears, but JP as well. I'm not too sure which one of those two. So maybe I have to go for a top two and then a plus a half,
yeah,
right?
I think I'll wait a while after the race and then update my prediction.
Absolutely. I'm really interested to see how our pre-race predictions and our later on in the race predictions kind of all line up. See if we got a nail on the head there.
Blitz is saying King Ears, Chris, and Sophie. Is
yeah.
this a prediction?
I've not raced. Go ahead, sorry.
Thereabouts.
Yeah. I've not seen Sophie in action before, to be fair, but I don't know if I met her at the asylum or not. However, she could very well be very quick, and I've not seen her potential yet, so I'm really looking forward to it. If we just check in, how is Sophie and Vest getting along? They actually caught right back up here, so they both jumped Danny in the pits, I believe. Actually, no, sorry, Danny and Sophie was jumped by John and Vest in the pits, and Sneak, I think it was.
Yes.
So with that in mind, of course, it looks like Sophie's caught right back up. So actually, she's going to get the move done on Vest here. Goes into P7. Can Vest hang around the outside? Unfortunately, not quite, but does get a very nice move. He's going to have the slipstream now. So long as he stays with Sophie on the actual Nordschleife itself, he could be in a chance for overtaking. But that WRX, I don't know how it's going to fare over the course of this race. Going to be interested to see though.
Yeah, front tyre wear will be an issue. The WRX and the Evo, they're really going to suffer with their front tyres. So.
Yeah, of course. And
as I learned in the Eurasia.
No, of course. Very nice looking cars, but yeah, that's the thing. I suppose they're going to suffer in terms of the... Yeah. Of course, Mackie, he has actually brought that gap down massively there, so he's actually taken a whole minute off of Sneak. So how long is left of their lap here? He's at 8 minutes for the outlap, so he's actually probably approaching the end of it. Sneak's also slowly approaching the end of...
Yeah, it's just coming up towards the pits now.
So actually, we might see Mackie get the move on Sneak if Mackie can keep it all consistent, which I'm sure he will be able to do. Hopefully without jinxing anyone. So just going back here, who's in the middle of a battle? Looks like King Ears and Chris are still sticking together. King Ears picks up a penalty though, half a second. That'll be a corner cutting. Sorry, not corner cutting. Sorry, track violation penalty, I believe. Very unlucky there. King Ears. Here you go. So Heatseeker's commented. King Ears, Vest, and Ginger. Oh, sorry, that's their livery. That's Heatseeker's livery. Sorry, that's not his predictions. Right. I read that wrong there. But very, very. Yeah, good to know. I like Heatseeker's liveries there. I think Ginger's livery is definitely my favourite one of tonight. I'm loving them all. I think they're all superb quality. And all of them got little Easter eggs, of course, with the Nurburgring and different elements here there. But it's nice to see awesome liveries by awesome creators. And I believe JP has created Gecko and Chris's livery, I believe, because it's the official RA livery, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Gecko actually is his own. That's Gecko's own go at copying JP's official liveries.
Oh, is it? Oh, hats off to you, Gecko.
That's actually made that himself on his Supra.
Mate, I wish I had the talent of those artists. Definitely something I wish to possess, but something that I can definitely work on, I suppose. Sorry guys, just grabbing some water. Don't want to be dehydrated for the stream. So Robin comments, got disconnected, raging. Oh, unlucky mate. I was going through people pretty well, ran up to 4-lap stints, some mediums eventually. See. So Robin, aka Tweetman, he had a strategy, and it's a shame he got disconnected there, but unfortunately with online racing, that's just one of the things that happen.
I
don't know if it will I don't know if it will stop and then start, or if it will just carry on. I assume it will just carry on. But nonetheless, it means you can still watch the action here anyway, Robin. And of course on Gorilla Gaz's channel in the description below. Make sure you check that out on his Twitch and follow, of course. So you can see his views as well, because I'm probably not going to be able to cover everything. There's going to be so much that happens in this 3-hour-long race. Although all I'm saying is, if it's Bathurst, maybe I'll participate. I do love Bathurst. I don't know why. It's just a track I think I can. Well, I drove it in the dark the other week, but prior to that, I love it anyway. But even in the dark, I picked up, I think, maybe 1 or 2 wins. That doesn't happen often for me, apart from obviously Fuji. Like the last week, I've not really got many wins on GT Sports. So it's really nice to start racking them in. So Heatseeker, that's why I finished 1, 2, and 3. Oh, okay. So Heatseeker does predict King Ears, Vest, and Ginger as top 3 as well.
Right, that's his prediction.
And Heatseek also comments rather disconnect after 3 laps instead of 2.5 hours into a race. Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with you there. It's although you're making good progress at the beginning, towards the later end of the race, it's probably going to start slowing down a bit. So yeah, if anything, it probably is better to disconnect earlier. But at the same time, those potential memories to be made, you know.
Yeah, to run 2.5 hours and then disconnect into a 3-hour race, that'd be bad.
Oh, absolutely. And I know probably if I was hosting as well, I'd probably run the risk of having everyone disconnect, and it'd probably be a bit risky. It might be okay, but it could be a bit here, there, and everywhere by internet. So, there you go. Kev comments: special stage X 3 hours. There you go. Kev backs idea, Gaz. Maybe we should maybe.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep, I'm down. There you go. Maybe to make things even more special as well. Maybe we should make it like I don't know. Maybe another charity stream potentially if everyone's happy with that. 'Cause I think it's a lovely thought. And actually, if you guys haven't already, of course, the donation link is in the description below for colonoscopy. Sorry, colonoscopy. I'm going to say it wrong now. I'm so sorry. Thank you, guys.
Colostomy, okay.
That's it. Description is in the description is the link to that. So make sure you donate, if of course if you can, to support a loving and supporting charity. For of course. I'm so sorry. I'm losing my train of thought. I'm really bad. I'm watching Sophie in action here, and I keep losing where I'm at. I'm just going to stop speaking. But yeah, check the description and click all the links and donate to all the relevant sources. I've not posted any of my personal stuff in the description as well. This is purely charity and stream. No, none of my merch or anything like that. We don't have to worry about that. So how are we looking towards the front of the grid here? So Chris is still actually maintaining that second gap of King Ears, and that penalty is still over King Ears' head.
Yeah.
But now Chris is going to be able to work that gap down in this straight. We're going to see here who's got the better exit and who's got the better car for the top end.
Yeah, and Gecko's not far behind in third, and if you look at tyre wear, Gecko is in a lot better situation.
Ah, I see. Perhaps he's I see there his fuel is actually quite a bit higher as well. So yeah. I reckon whether he's told Blitz, I think...
Yeah, this is his master plan coming together, this.
Oh, absolutely. I think we're starting to see it all fall into place a little bit. Again, still early doors. We're still in the first half an hour of this one. But we might start seeing Gecko and JP potentially reel in Chris and King Ears. And perhaps maybe see a brutal battle towards the end. And Ginger actually really close behind JP. We're seeing him start gaining here. Now 2.1 seconds away, but that's quickly dropping. So unless JP could be fuel saving, which judging from the fuel indications, it doesn't look like that's the case, although he has got some rear bumper damage. Remind me, does that actually slow your car down in this game, the damage on the car, like the rear or front?
It will, yeah. Yeah, the aerodynamic, it'll just slow your top speed.
Ah, got ya.
And you will have it pulling to one side or the other, so... it does affect it. You can drive with it, but it'll not be easy.
Oh no, absolutely. I get you.
Yeah, you'll lose. I think on average you'll lose about 4 or 5 miles an hour off your top speed. So.
Yeah, no, fair enough. If that's the case, we're probably going to be able to see Ginger attack JP very soon. We're going to see if they want to work together or if any major moves get played. I'm interested to see how's that gap between Sneak and Mackie doing. That's actually been brought down quite a bit here. So 47 seconds in. So Mackie's reeled in Sneak after that incident earlier. Sneak's on hards. Mackie's on hards. Both on the same tyre compounds. We're going to start seeing if maybe they are able to work their way through the grid. If they're going to be able to battle. We're definitely going to start seeing that in action. Just looking here. I think really the closest battles reside at the front of the grid. And also between JP and Ginger.
Oh, Vex's got engine damage as well.
Oh, that's very unlucky.
Luckily, he's near the pit, so...
Yeah. Do you think it was quite recently?
I think so, yeah. I'm sure I checked not long back and they were doing fine, so...
Yeah, I see what you mean. So he's just gone from softs, and he's going to go to... I'm going to predict mediums. I don't know.
Hards.
I mean, it would make sense to get the hards out of the way, to be fair. You can see his I keep saying Prip. I don't know why. I keep saying the wrong word. His pit crew. Actually, a black, yellow, and white. Very nice. Oh, actually, this could mean that Sneak could reel in Vest a little bit, but you can see that gap is quite large. So we're going to see here, is Vest going to be able to... Oh, Sneak's just taking it off-road again. Unfortunate that. That'll be point number 2 for Sneak. That I've, of course, cool. But again, that's going to give Mackie the opportunity to start reeling them in. Luckily, no damage this time, though. And as for Vest, he's just come out, and he's... There you go, you got it right. He's got hards on. So, there you go. Makes sense to get the harder... Exactly. I mean, to be fair, there's only a couple of choices, so it's bound to be one of them. Unless he stayed on softs, of course, but it's probably best to get the hards out of the way, I would have thought.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are just going to get them over and done with, and then probably get your mediums on, and then just softs all the way towards the end there.
Exactly. And Sophie was the only one to start on hards. So really, she might have the longest amount of time on the faster tyre compounds potentially. I know Gecko's got something up his sleeve, and we've seen King Ears and Chris have got the pace. So I think this could be really interesting. I'm really interested to see how everyone does. And just working our way through here, looks like King Ears with another penalty there, 3/10 of a penalty. I'm not too sure where that's been picked up, but that's going to have to be served. But again, Chris is still 1.5 seconds away, so I think that gap's shrinking, getting bigger and shrinking again. But all that's going to mean is Gecko's going to be in a position to attack, because judging from the time he's got in his own little space, he's got more fuel and he's got better tyres. So I reckon he's been either fuel saving or just driving really cautiously.
Yeah, I think he's definitely got a plan. I think Blitz is right.
Oh yeah, and if Gecko sticks to this plan, I reckon maybe we'll see Gecko maybe take first place from King Ears and Chris. Of course, if I'm not sure on the pit loss time, but judging from the Group 4s, I probably would have thought it's about 30 seconds roughly.
Yeah, I'd say roughly 30.
Yeah, so I'd be interested to know if Chris and King Ears can get over that 30-second gap before Gecko comes in the pits, at least for the final time. But they've all still got to go on mediums and hards yet, so we might see them go into different directions there. And just having a little look here, Ginger and JP are getting closer and closer every time I look. 1.8 seconds now.
Yeah, Ginger's closing in.
And both of them on the same tyre compounds, but JP's got that damage in the rear bumper. So I'm really interested to see how that's going to develop, because that gap's going to start bringing down, I reckon, on the straights. I assume the BMW is quite good in the top end department, but I'm not too sure, to be fair.
Yeah, it's quite quick. It's not one of the slower Group 4 cars, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. Not like the Toyota 86, of course, which I don't see anyone driving here.
Ginger's lost it. Oh,
yeah.
Ginger's hit the barrier hard.
It looks like he tapped the dirt there, and unfortunately just got the wrong side of it there. So that gap that I was bringing down, sadly, is going to go back up. That's going to invite John Boy in a slight bit. However, will Ginger be able to maintain that gap, or maybe push it back further? I don't know, because that front bumper damage, that means it's going to give John Boy the opportunity to attack, or shortly be able to attack.
Yeah, John Boy's closing in fast.
Wow, that is going down fast, isn't it? 6.7 seconds. I think we're going to see a battle on our hands very shortly. And it's nice to see these different battles forming between these guys as well, like Ginger, JP, and Sophie, and King Ears as well, sorry. All races I've never raced with personally myself before, so it's quite interesting to see these different driving styles utilised in this race here. And Heatseeker says, can you imagine bump drafting from Tomahawk while in a Samba bus? I'm thinking a wheelbarrow race has to be done at some point. I reckon that could be fun.
Yeah, count me in for that.
Be a good time. John Boy going around the big carousel, unfortunately getting a little bit off-road, but does manage to maintain his line there just about, so does avoid any sort of damage or losing time too much. And actually no off-road penalties there. In fact, did Ginger get one? I don't remember. Goes for a nice drift again, but still keeps it all right. Oh wow, okay, so I'm seeing here, comparing John Boy's car to John Boy's car to Ginger's, so the Aston to the Ferrari, it looks like the fuel is really low in John Boy's car. I think he's going to have to come into the pit soon.
Yeah, that Aston does use a lot of fuel, to be fair.
This is good to know for future leagues, because the Aston is normally my car of choice in pretty much any circumstance. So because of that, of course, we're going to have to see. I'm really interested to see how far John Boy can push it. But then again, is Ginger fuel saving? If we look at everyone's relative fuel, mostly all in the same area, apart from the guys at the back. Yeah, looks like John's actually on the lowest amount of fuel here, so he might have to come in soonest. And unfortunately for him, he's on softs now, so that means he's going to come off out of the pits in a slower tyre compound. So actually, I think that's going to give Sophie the opportunity to attack later on. I do like the Rolex livery on the Aston. Yeah, me too. That yellow and green kind of combo. I think that's like a hint of green. That yellow accent for John Boy. Really liking that. And if we just have a little look here, so between Danny and Vest is 1 minute 18 seconds. That's quite a big gap for him in there. So Danny's quite a way off King Years as well, 1 minute 22. So he's in his own little space, but judging from that damage he's got in his front bumper, so again, it must have been an off incident with Mr. Barrier. Maybe that's going to give Vest opportunity to catch up. Sophie, she's got a nice even gap. 24 seconds to John Boy and 24 seconds to Danny. I'm just going through the second carousel, also known as the mini carousel.
Well, I've got a prediction in from John. He predicts Chris, Gecko and Sophie as his top three.
Yeah, Chris, Gecko and Sophie. That's coming up quite a bit, isn't it, them three?
Yeah, Sophie's getting included a lot now, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
She's done a good strategy, and I know she's quick. She's a very quick driver, so...
And, of course, she started on hards as well, so realistically, she's going to get the maximum amount of time on the harder tyres. On the softer ones. Yeah, see, they're both going to go, take it to hards, I would have thought, and I assume they're going to both fill up the tank. But now, Gecko and JP and Ginger in the top three. We're probably not going to see Ginger get overtaken on the straight here, but potentially Sophie might be under attack. I'm not too sure where Sophie is at the moment with my face gathering the mini-map. Oh, she's still a little bit...
Chris has got the jump on King Ears.
Ah, I see, there you go. What's that gap? 1.6, 1.5. So potentially, Chris has maybe done a bit of tyre saving. Fuel saving. Or maybe put in a little less.
Quite fueled up as much.
Ah, I see. Yeah, fair point. Although, I'm noticing here, so King is on mediums, but Chris has opted for softs, so maybe he's going to get his mediums and hards out the way later.
Yeah, he's going for the softs.
So, we've got a couple of different strategies. Yeah, absolutely. And that gap now, so JP's slap bang in the middle of Gecko and Ginger, 14 seconds either way. Although, Ginger might be under fire from Chris, King Ears and Sophie shortly. Danny's in the pits. So going for mediums. Probably going to repair the car as well. That probably going to take a little bit of time, but not too long, hopefully. We'll come back to that. In fact, we should still be able to see it for a little bit yet anyway. I really wish my camera button worked. Oh well, I won't be able to know the corners exactly, but I do still have them up on my phone, so at least we got that. Although I'm not actually sure on the GP circuit corners. I should learn that. I know the Schumacher S's, as we mentioned earlier, what you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, that's the only one we need to know. We're alright with that.
Exactly, where Chris has just gone past, I believe. So that's going to mean... Oh, sorry, my mistake. Chris has just entered the actual Nordschleife now. So let's have a little look here. So I'm actually going to hop on board with... Who have I not been on board with properly yet? In fact, you know what? Let's just go with Chris while I'm here. So Chris has just gone past Hatzenbeck and is going to shortly be approaching Hoshine, I think. I'm saying that so wrong, I think. And shortly... So this goes on for a couple of corners here. I think they're labelled 1, 2 and 3. And right here, it's going to be Quicklebacker Ho, where it's the big uphill section. Kind of scary to go up, I think, because it feels like your car's going to lift off. And then this sharp right-hander here, this is Floodplatz. I think this goes on for a little bit of time here. I'm not going to bore everyone with all the names of the corners now because it's probably going to get very boring, so I'll come back to that later on, corners later on. But it looks like Gecko here has worked up a beautiful gap. What's that, 16 seconds to JP? That is incredible. And Dead Graves, welcome to the stream, buddy. How you doing? He says, what's up, Zafra? What's up, Gorilla? Sup, chat? I've been making dinner while for you guys in the background. How's it all going? It's going well, thank you, mate. How are you? One of my friends I grew up with in school. Such a top geezer. Lemon squeezer. So, Ginger and Chris are actually going to be meeting each other extremely soon. And King is maybe in the fray as well. So, there's going to be a three-way battle developing here. That gap.
Sneak has damage again at the front.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's got front end damage again.
Oof.
Now that might help Mackie. Mackie is a minute 14 behind.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I think we're going to start seeing Mackie be able to... I think that's the thing. I think Mackie's keeping it on track. He's keeping himself cool. And yeah. I don't think he's pushing it to extreme. So therefore he's gaining time, if anything. I know his lap times might be a little slower, but that's not a problem. Because if you're keeping it on track, you're actually gaining time in the long run. And on this track,
exactly,
a mistake can cost you the race. So
yeah, we know how bad damage can be. So
exactly. And also, so Sneak's got a while yet till the... oh no, sorry, his pit's actually just coming up if he's going to go in. And I'd probably suggest for him to get the mediums on. I know he's only been on the hards for a little bit of time, but he gets the mediums out of the way. He started on softs, and I don't think he's gone to mediums yet, but it also gives him a chance to repair the car. And roughly in about half a minute's time, Mackie's going to be just that extra bit closer to him. So it looks like Chris made the move on Ginger, and now Ginger's going to be in the middle. He's actually going to be in a sandwich here of Chris and King Ears. Not sure what it would taste like, but it would be it's a sandwich nonetheless. Although King Ears can't actually attack till that penalty is clear. So
yeah, he's picked up another half-second penalty on top of what he had.
I think so, yeah, because it's under a second. I assume it could either be a barrier collision and an off-track penalty, or I mean, I don't think there's been any contact with anyone so far anyway. But yeah, my best guess would be it's just a collection of penalties just built up, just two, just like maybe a second, and he's already burnt off half a second. He has just gone for the move, but I don't know if that's allowed. We'll have to, of course, bear that in mind for later. Of course, he has made the move on Ginger. He's clearly got the pace and the tyres, and also the pace. Well, I think I've already said that. But of course, we'll bear that in mind for later, and we'll see if, of course, that was fair or whichever.
Yeah, in our role as the stewards, of course.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's fair. It's got to be fair across the board anyway. I mean, eight tenths is quite a bit of time. So, I don't know. I mean, should we review it later? Do you think that's a better idea, or?
Yeah, I think probably the best idea is just review it after the race. And
yeah, no worries. I'll try and remember this moment. But I know, of course, there was a penalty to be served before over that overtake there. So that's something to bear with in the future. Later on. So Chris is now getting his gap to King Ears. So this could be the chance Chris needs to work his way to try and gain some time while he's got the opportunity. Chris is going to be on the back foot later on though, because he's got to get his mediums and hards out of the way still. Whereas King Ears only has to get the hards out of the way. So theoretically, King Ears has the upper hand here. Ginger has damage. You're right, Kev. Yeah, he's got front and rear there. So it looks like his times are going to be a little bit impacted here. That's why he could overtake. Oh, okay. So Kev's saying because Ginger had damage, King Ears could overtake. I was under the impression the penalty still had to be served anyway, but that penalty is now gone from King Ears. but at the time there was that 8 tenths, so I'm not sure exactly how that's going to line up, but me and Gaz will get that reviewed later and just get that sorted.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll look into it.
Exactly. And just going back to Danny here, it looks like he's actually popped on the softs here. So he was on mediums before his pit stop earlier. He's now gone on to softs. So that gap now to best, 57, now 58. He's on fresher tyres and faster tyres. So I'm very interested. I mean, I'm very interested in all of it, to be fair. And we're still within the first hour. But these gaps are going to start growing. They're going to start shrinking.
Yeah, well, this is going to be interesting because Gecko will have to come into the pits this lap because there's no fuel left.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So whether he can get out in front of Chris and King Ears,
that's the big question. I think
32 seconds.
Yeah.
Between Gecko and Chris, that's going to be close.
And of course, if he's got to repair himself, which doesn't look like he has to, I think he's kept it completely clean there. He's
fuel and gone.
Exactly. So I reckon, yeah, about 30 seconds. Although he's got to refuel, that's going to lose him a little bit of time. But potentially, I'm not sure what JP's going to do here. Is he also going to come in the pits? Okay. But now we're directly going to see, is Chris going to be able to get the run on Gecko? And in addition, I've noticed JP has got traction control on. Gecko has not. So JP may also have better tyres later on as well, potentially. Chris has got the run on him, though. And that's it. Is Gecko going to be able to refuel in time?
Doesn't look like it. I think both Chris and King Ears are going to be out past. Yeah,
looks like Gecko's going to slot just between them briefly, but he's going to get the inside, but is he really going to be able to make the move? He's going to get the corner advantage, and King Ears going to slot in. Ah, sorry, I thought it was a lot closer than it was.
Gecko's managed to get the jump on King Ears.
So there you go, that is a semi-permanent position as well. Of course, Gecko's only got a slap on hards, and then back to softs again. Actually, same for King Ears now, so really we're going to just see they're on the same strategy here, just different laps. Yeah. So again, very interested to see how that's all going to go down. King Ears drive the car.
Yeah. Chris is running with front damage as well. I don't know where he's had a little off, but he's got damage.
Yeah, I see. I'm not sure how that's going to line up. They're 6.1 seconds away from Gecko's just come out the pits, and although on a slower tyre compound he's not got damage, but we know Chris has got the pace. In fact, I think the top three, potentially even the top six, have all got the pace around here. They could have probably all set competitive lap times if they put. I mean, I'm sure everyone could as well, but the top six especially, I think it could be any one of these that could be the winner here. But Gecko and King is on the same strategy. Chris is going to be on the back foot later on, so he's really got to maximise and optimise his lap times here. Just try and keep it as steady as can be. I've slowed down to let King Ears pass. Oh, no problem, Ginger. Just got that message come through, Gaz. I'm not sure if you heard me there. But yeah, Ginger slowed down to let King Ears pass, so I don't...
Right.
Of course,
yeah, that's fine then.
Yeah, I was going to say, it wasn't a... I don't know, deliberate overtake? I don't know, but Ginger let him pass, so I suppose on that regard, I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
So let's have a little look down the order here. So how is Sophie getting on? So Sophie's just gone in the pits. I think, was she on mediums and now she's on softs?
Yeah, Sophie's done hards, mediums, and now on softs.
So actually, Sophie's going to be in a brilliant position here. She's actually been working her way up through. She's got the jump on John Boy now into P6. And we've seen here, Ginger's also on softs. I think they've both... Yes, they're both running the same tyres at the moment. Both pretty fresh fuel. So they're probably still wearing them in. So actually, we might maybe see Sophie start getting a run on Ginger here.
Yeah, I think Sophie's going to start coming back into it, definitely.
She can
just go softs all the way to the end now, can't she? So...
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. Sophie's on the front foot. In fact, if anything, I think she's in the best position. Although I'm not sure what Gecko's strategy is. I've got an idea, roughly, I think, judging from how much fuel he's been saving so far. And of course, his tyres he's picking. But I think Sophie's going to be in the best position for later on. So, however, of course, anything can happen. We're still within the first hour here. And actually, this is probably the longest stream I've ever done, and also it's for a lovely cause. In fact, what I'm going to do now, this is an excellent opportunity, while it's all starting to quieten down a bit, Oh, let's donate to charity, shall we? So we'll do it from Melty first. And just a quick message from Dead Graves. Current fastest lap. The current fastest lap is currently set by King Ears in 8:46.182, and that's the Group 4 car, and that's going to be the Audi TT Cup, I think. I never remember the name, but yeah, 8:46. That is, that's quick. However, we're going to see maybe someone wants to set a super fast lap later, slap on a pair of soft tyres with no fuel. Well, like, 1 or 2 laps worth of fuel. Maybe we'll see a really fast time come in, even faster than that. But in my opinion, that is a incredible time. So just checking in. I've not seen Vest in a while here. We're going to hop on board, see how Vest gets on, coming out of the GP layout into the Nordschleife. He's actually doing a good job there, keeping it all on track and just making sure it is as steady as can be. And don't mind me, guys, I'm just going to donate while I'm here, while it's all starting to quieten down.
Yeah, good evening, Phil. WBA has joined my stream for a bit now, mate.
Excellent.
He said he couldn't find mine, so he's been watching yours, so he's jumped over to mine for a bit, but he'll be coming back to you later.
No worries. It's nice to see everyone hopping between us, and also, like, seeing this take place as well. It's a lovely. Yep. It's lovely to see.
And Yvonne as well. Good evening, Yvonne, who I know is in a ACC team with Sophie.
Oh, excellent.
She's actually a teammate of Sophie's. So.
And is that in GT Sport, I take it?
No, ACC.
Oh, brilliant, ACC. Oh, I love that game.
Yeah, she's teammates with her, so like Phil says, we know Yvonne's cheering on for this one.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you, Yvonne.
She'll be back in, Sophie.
Lovely. So we got a good couple of votes for Sophie at the moment. I think Sophie, Gecko, and Chris have come up as the most popular top 3. I still think King Ears could be an underdog here, and potentially Ginger and JP as well. I think anyone in the top 6 has a very close chance, although it looks like John Boy and Danny are still maintaining that 1 minute 25 gap to Chris up top. So realistically, that time can easily be brought down if they're consistent and they don't, they capitalise on mistakes. So here we go.
Yeah, I think the different strategies are going to start coming into play now. So
exactly,
it's interesting. Everybody seems to be doing different, so that's great for us as well. It's not, we can't predict what everybody's going to be doing. So
yeah, exactly. That's what I like, though. I this is what racing is. It's the unpredictiveness of just.
I think they've all planned it beforehand, and it just shows they've actually put the effort in, to think about what they're going to be doing. So
exactly, I know I certainly would for this event, especially at this length as well. I mean, yeah, you don't want to burn out too soon, but at the same time, you don't want to lose a slipstream, especially for the really, really, really long straight. I'm not going to be able to pronounce off the top of my head, but exactly, I think it's still anyone's game. It's still early doors, but yeah, you really want to be practicing and preparing for these ones, especially on such a long and intricate track like this.
Yeah, you've got to have a plan.
Exactly. Read the chats donating. There you go, and I'll even give you guys a cheeky little screenshot as well. What's my PayPal? Don't worry, I won't read that up on stream. I don't want to. Don't want to risk any personal details leaking. Oh, it looks like King Ears has caught up to Gecko Racer quite a bit there. 2 seconds. Actually, sorry, that gap could still be the same as what it was earlier, if I'm correct. When at the beginning of the lap, just going around the first. Actually, it could be the second at this point, but the second carousel. It's gonna work. I forgot my details. This isn't good, is it, guys? I mean, I could do it on a computer. It is on it. It's right next to me. We'll see. So,
John Boy's just run wide, but he managed to avoid any damage.
Oh, good.
But that's brought Danny. Danny's just managed to get past John Boy. So, at YouTube corner.
Ah, there you go, YouTube corner. There you go. So because of that, it looks like... What's the tyre strategies here? So John Boy's on the back foot anyway on the hards, but Danny's working his way up. I do find these two are very close in skill level. And
Yes.
in addition, I do think I slot in somewhere around these two when I'm on track. So I think if I was to be participating in this one, I probably would be around P9 at this point in time, maybe P10. Or maybe even P5 or 6. But...
I'd be last. I'd have hit barrier like 15 times. So
I'm sure you'd be great. But I think we're in the best position here because we can sit back, hands behind our heads, and enjoy the carnage unfold.
Oh, Sneaks just had enough again.
Is that number 4?
Yeah, rear damage.
Oh, unlucky that.
Yeah.
But again, that gap, 1 minute 30. Looks like that's going to start being brought down by Mackie now. And no doubt these guys are all going to be super quick round here after these 3 hours. But because of that damage, I think that's going to put Sneak in a vulnerable position. And there you go, guys. £5 donated there. Oh, is it going to actually focus? I don't think it's going to focus. Okay, it's not going to focus, but that's £5 donated to Colostomy UK. I said it right this time.
Yep, that's correct.
So if you guys want to donate, please click the link in the description below, and of course, if you can, be really appreciated.
Yeah, it's very much appreciated.
And what I'll do, I will donate later on in the stream as well. Once again. But yeah, it's all for a good cause, so yeah.
Thank you very much, Jack.
Oh, no problem, mate. Honestly, it's my pleasure. I love the I feel honoured having this opportunity to stream it and promote it as well. Like I'm also learning about it as well. I had my wife. She used to work in a hospital, so she kind of educated me about it a little bit. Not a whole lot. I don't think she knew a whole lot with it, and to be fair, I'm quite oblivious. But I roughly know what it entails, and I can imagine. Of course, it's a nasty situation, but it's good to see such a wonderful charity there.
Yeah.
For that reason,
Yeah, obviously it's something I didn't have any clue about really up to it happening to me. So the main thing is now I think there's just over 160,000 people now in the UK that have some form of stoma. So it's increasing, and it's charities like Colostomy UK that are it's information. It's a scary thing. It's the unknown, and when you're in hospital and they tell you that you need to have it done, it's there's no real information there for you.
Yeah.
So it's nice that there's a charity like Colostomy UK, or you can join, you can subscribe. They'll send you a quarterly, so it's every 4 months. You get like a magazine that comes through with information and things in. And yeah, it's just nice to have somebody that supporting you and what you're going through. So I've been lucky since I've had my it was actually 12 months on Thursday.
Oh really?
Since I actually had my colostomy done. Yeah, so I've just celebrated my first year. So
I'm really pleased to hear. Obviously you've recovered. I don't know if it's not a full recovery though, is it? It's like as best as you can get. Is that right? Sorry for my ignorance.
Yeah, no, it's a permanent colostomy. There is you can have a temporary and a permanent. Some people have it done and they can reverse it. Mine won't be reversed. That's it. This is it for the rest of my life now. This is, I have a colostomy. But physically, I'm fitter than I was probably before I had it done. And it's physically, there's no real difference. It's the mental aspect. It's the mental struggle, especially when you first have it done. And then the paranoia, that when you're out and about, people can see your bag. It's hard mentally.
Yeah, I know. I fully understand that.
Winter were fine, because winter you've got a big coat on, nobody can see you. But then when summer came, it was like, if you're going out in your shorts and t-shirt, it's like, well, can people see the outline of my bag? Are they going to be staring at it and things? And that bit's quite hard. But once you get over that, it's the thing I think is if I didn't have it done, I wouldn't be here. So
exactly,
it saved my life, and this is it. So just get on with it. But it's nice to talk about it. I'm actually do like meetings where I speak about it as well with people that have either just had it done or are set to have it done.
Yeah.
And that's nice. It's nice to be able to talk to people and answer their questions, because like I said, there's not much information out there at the minute. So if I can just help one or two people feel a bit more comfortable about having it done and not as scared, then I've achieved what, let's make a positive out of a negative. So.
Oh, absolutely. And I although I don't know too much about it, obviously I can imagine how you feel, and just generally, it's amazing to see you have, a year's already gone by, and fitter than ever. And I think it's just one of those things. It's raising awareness as well, isn't it? Like, of all the people in the stream, in both mine and yours, hopefully at least we're reaching out to one new person anyway, like one person that may not have known about it. I know I'm personally one of them.
It could be somebody that has somebody in their family that's either going through it, or if I hope that nobody has to go through it, or anybody they know goes through it. But if they do, it's just knowing that there's somebody there who they can talk to. I mean, anybody in the Discord, anybody watching, just jump in the Asylum Discord and just send me a message if there is any questions, if anybody wants to know anything. I don't hide anything. This is it. This is me. So.
Yeah, a best way to be as well.
It's better to talk about it. I enjoy talking about it, so if I can educate people, then that's fine.
Absolutely, thank you, and I do appreciate that, and I'm sure everyone else in chat as well that may not be familiar with, or even if they are, I think that's a wonderful, I think that's wonderful of you to be, very open about it, and for something so kind of life-threatening as well. I think hats off to you. You've made the best out of a nasty situation,
cheers,
so.
mate.
That's all right. We got very kind comments here from JDP saying doing good. We got what was it? Got Heatseeker here saying he's found my 2 streamers for charity event. So I think Heatseeker is appreciating the messages we're getting out there, and the cause as well. What's it? Heatseeker says my ex-girlfriend had Crohn's and lupus, who has a colostomy bag. I see. Well, there you go. See, I suppose, it's a way to kind of. It sounds. I probably sound like I'm saying it the wrong way here. I don't mean it this way, but it's kind of bringing people together, like a community. Like you can kind of relate. At least that's how I could imagine it being anyway.
Yeah, I think that's how it should be as well. It's kind of something that's been. I think in years gone by, it's kind of people have hid it and been ashamed of it. And I totally understand why, but I think nowadays with social media and the fact that it's becoming more common, I think people, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's something
natural.
That, unfortunately, I mean, there's obviously your Crohn's. Mine was diverticular disease, which was made worse by the fact that my appendix burst.
Oh, I see.
So I had like a burst appendix for 4 days.
Ooh.
And then ended up I was very ill, very close to death.
Oh my God.
So I had a big major surgery with my appendix, and then obviously things went wrong with my bowel then, which then brought on the colostomy afterwards. So it covers. There's lots of different illnesses that can cause it. Obviously, you've got your bowel cancer and things. But I just want people to not be ashamed. It's hard. Like I said, physically, I think I personally feel stronger. I feel fitter.
Yeah.
I could do everything that I used to before. It hasn't impacted me in any way physically. It's the mental aspect, I think, is what most people struggle with, and that's what I struggled with. Yeah,
and I can understand that.
Yeah, but I've learned that talking about it and just being open with people, and I think people are really nice in a way that they do ask questions.
Yeah.
They're curious, and it's not a normal thing, so people do ask questions, and I really enjoy it when people do. So yeah, if I can, anybody, like I say, anybody wants to message me or anything, just send me a message in the Discord. You know, I'll explain. Yeah.
No, that's very kind of you. And of course, if you guys, you know, if you do wish to message Greta Gaz, I will leave the Discord link. I'll see if I can actually share it now in the comments. So if you want to join, and Gaz is on there, if you want to message him, as long as he's okay with that, of course, you know.
Yeah, and I've got the link in my Twitch stream as well for the Discord. That's in there. So.
Ah, brilliant. I'll quickly put the invite on mine now, just so of course everyone can. If they'd like to join, that's great. And if you'd like to message Gaz about it, or you know, that's fine as well. And potentially maybe get involved in future events as well, like, you know, future streams, future charity events, just all of it. You know, it's wonderful to have such a lovely community here. And we get a lovely comment from Dead Graves here, a mate from school. Says, I definitely don't know anything about it. This is a really great way to open up conversations and learn about it some more. I couldn't agree more.
That's it. You see, that's objective achieved. If we can just get people aware of it, then that's what everything tonight's about. I mean, Chris has been so kind. You know, this was his idea, this whole 3-hour endurance. And then when he actually approached me and said, I know you're with a charity, I know you're linked to a charity, do you want to put it in this 3-hour, you know, let's make it a charity stream.
Yeah.
So credit to Chris for that. You know, I've got to thank him for that one.
Oh, that's wonderful, and I'm hoping he can hear this, at least if not now, maybe in the future. But yeah, thank you, Chris. It does. Yeah,
Chris is a very big charity supporter. To be fair, I've known him a while now, and he does do a lot for charity and a lot of streams, and you know, he's involved a lot like that. So yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, it's great, and it's amazing having the opportunity to broadcast it onto YouTube as well, so I can get to hopefully some more people. I know I'm quite small as a channel. I was at 74 when I started the stream. I'm not sure what I'm at now. My phone probably won't update me, but whatever I'm at.
550 now, mate, I think.
Oh yeah, wouldn't that be nice? So hopefully, so long as I'm getting out, hopefully we're getting out to at least one person that may not have known about it. I think that's the top achievement. And of course, Dead Graves message in this stream obviously mentioned about it, myself included as well. You know, I think we're going above and beyond, or you are going above and beyond educating us. So thank you, Gaz. Honestly, it means the world to us. And JDP has commented 78 subs, mate. Oh, thank you, mate. Cheers for checking. Oh, there you go. There you go. Slowly getting a little bit bigger, I suppose, but that's not the objective of the stream anyway. It's to obviously get the message out. But it's very kind to have, of course, everyone on board, and hopefully you guys are all followed Greta Gaz's Twitch as well. I can see here. So I saw John was in the pits not long ago. He's actually on his. I know. Was it John? I feel like he'd been in the pits not long ago. I can see Vest is in the pits now. He's getting his hards off, and I'm assuming he's going to go back to his softs. And thank you so much, Blitz, for sharing both of our streams. That does mean the world to us.
Yeah, cheers, Blitz.
And I've noticed here as well, Mackie's still hanging on to 223 to sneak. So it looks like his consistency is paying off here. I can see here, of course, Sneaker's had a couple of incidences, but still keeping it in P10. But Mackie's just kept it consistent, and I think it's starting to really pay off. He's got some front bumper damage here, and I think, is that front tyre damage? I don't know what that red arrow on the right. Oh, okay, well, I think I just jinxed it there. Very, very unlucky, Mackie. He's now got engine damage. I'll switch to someone else. I don't want to. Oh, actually, blue flags. Is someone about to approach? Oh, I have to go to Chris here. What's that? Blitz making himself useful for a change.
WB is off. He's got to get up early in the morning, so he says, "Great stream. Looking forward to hearing the results in the Discord." And he's changed his prediction.
Oh.
He's now going for Gecko, Sophie, and Chris.
Ah, see, fair enough.
He's thinking Gecko to win.
Gecko, yeah. I mean, Gecko's got a brilliant run on Chris right here, and in addition, he's got fresher tyres, and he's got more fuel. So I think Gecko's going to make the move on Chris right here. But yeah, no, fair enough, Legend. I hope you have a lovely evening, Phil. And
Yeah, cheers, Phil.
yeah, thank you for stopping by on both of us. I appreciate that. Oh, a little bit of contact between Chris and Gecko there. um, I don't know if you saw that there, but it looks like
brave move.
Yeah, I was gonna say hazards are on. It looks like they're all okay. I know they're both clean races anyway. They're not malicious or anything, no. So I don't think that needs to be reviewed there. I think that's fine. And I'm just looking at these liveries side by side now. I've got the opportunity to do so. That's a really close livery that Gecko's got to JP's. I see there's a couple of little differences. I know the body shapes are different, but nonetheless.
Yeah, the actual colour, Gecko has the matte colour, whereas JP has the special chrome.
Oh, got ya.
He's got like if you notice, Chris's is a lot more shiny.
Yeah.
Gecko hasn't got that specific colour yet, so he's done it the best he can, but his is like slightly different that way.
I think it's really, really cool though the way it is. I think it's kind of nice. Like, I know obviously keeping it consistent. Yeah, you probably want the same kind of like effects, like the pearlescent or the glossy finish or whichever. However, I do think that kind of makes Gecko's Supra very unique, and especially in a car that I believe is not obtainable anymore, is it? Oh
no, you had to do the Gecko spun.
Yeah, it's unfortunately does take it off road there. But perhaps this is all part of the master plan anyway, I'm not too sure.
That's Blitz. Where's Blitz?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Blitz knows the score, doesn't he?
Blitz doesn't know whether that was planned.
Exactly. And, Melty just puts up a very valid comment here. FF tyres with a sad face. Yeah, I think actually I can see it here. Chris's tyres.
Chris and King is suffering big style.
Absolutely. So that's actually going to potentially still give Gecko and JP and even Sophie as well, give them all a good opportunity to start fighting here.
Yeah, Sophie is closing in. I checked about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I think it was about 54 seconds behind Chris. She's now 50.
She's closing in.
So she's coming in fast, yeah.
Yeah, got to watch out for her in that awesome livery. I reckon that's got to take some lap time off as well.
Yeah, and half a second to lap that livery.
Oh, absolutely. And then speaking of which, yeah, she's 8 temps up on a Delta. Oh, sorry, down. I'm not sure what way you want to go here, but she's faster on this lap, faster than she has been so far. So if we just look at King Ears' time, who's currently the fastest one, that's 1:46.1. She's currently on her way to 1:46 to take away 8 temps. She actually might be in for a chance of the fastest lap right here. So Sophie could be coming in with a heavy move later on, I reckon. Of course, now you got the top 3 on a straight. In fact, I think JP is included on that nearly. But they're on a straight. That's going to mean we're going to start seeing that gap potentially rise or lower depending on the damage of the vehicle. And that Supra that Gecko's in, just going back to that conversation earlier, that was part of an event, wasn't it? A couple of years back, was it?
It was a yeah, I think it was a questionnaire or something you had to fill in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and if you did it, you got access to the Supra. Obviously, I didn't.
I wish I was playing at that time. I only came into GT Sport April, I think, or May last year. People in the pits. Okay, I'm interested to see how that comes out. Going to hop on board with JP for a little bit then. But yeah, I've only been playing GT Sport for just over a year, and yeah, I think I missed my opportunity. But I didn't even know about it. But I really wish I could have, because I love the Supra. One of my go-to cars as well, to be fair, with the Aston. But after my time in the 86, I want to mix up the brands a bit for the next season, all of whatever comes next. It's nice to have a
front 3 in the pits here, mate.
Oh, absolutely. So what's it? King Ears and Gecko on medium, so they're both going to go softs, I reckon here. Actually, Gecko.
Chris will go to hards. No, softs again for Chris.
Oh, okay, he's pushing it. King Ears gets the jump on him there, as you see, and he's on the hard tyres. So Chris, he's still that top. I think it's fair to say that top battle of the top. The top 5 are still. Any one of them could easily win it here. Of course, everyone else still has an opportunity. But there's so many different strategies going on here. So I can see King Ears is on hards now. So he has been on all the tyres at this point in time. So he's going to have an advantage over Gecko, who's just gone on softs again. Because I don't think he's done hards, has he? I think he's done mediums and softs, if I'm right.
Yeah, I believe Gecko was softs, mediums, and then back onto softs.
Yeah. So we're going to see. I think we're going to see a little battle develop between Chris and Gecko later on. Whereas Sophie, P4, she's closing in that gap. What was it, 50 seconds before? 16? Sorry, 14 now?
Yep, she's coming in, and she's obviously used both mediums and hards, so she's just softs all the way now. So
exactly. Although she is at a little bit of a disadvantage because her fuel is running out, and she has only pitted the other lap. So unless she didn't refuel the way, that M4 is destroying that fuel. Not too sure about the M4. But she might have to make an extra pit stop. But again, if she's on a faster tyre compound, she's probably only gaining anyway. And Heatseeker says he's only been playing GT Sport less than 1 year. Fair enough, mate. So similar amount of time I think we've been playing for. Actually, sorry, I've been playing for just over a year in it. So okay, fair enough. But yeah, I've only been playing on wheel for about, I don't know, since I got my G29. So maybe about November or December. Wow. Okay, nearly a year. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, getting up for Christmas again.
Exactly. I mean, my birthday's coming up, and then of course Christmas is here, and then boom, there you go, back into New Year. So yeah, I mean, I would like a track racer. So if anyone at Asylum has a spare one or anything, you know, hit me up. But yeah, after using that rig when I went to Race Asylum headquarters, going back to my one, I prefer my CSL over the Thrustmaster TGT, but that track racer, superb. This video isn't sponsored in any way. Sorry, this stream isn't sponsored in any way. Of course, apart from, you know, the charity to Colostomy UK. Although I don't know if it's really sponsored as such, just more donations. But as I was saying, the track racer is just a rig that I've tried and I want to get. It's incredibly comfy because I don't know if you guys might have seen earlier, but I got a Pokemon pillow that I sit on just because the back's really uncomfortable, and same with the bottom. So I stick my Pokemon pillow on there. You might have seen it as well if you've seen my Logitech G29 review, and soon to be my CSL Elite review, when I get around to doing that. So I'm seeing Sophie here. She's on the back of King Ears, but that gap's quickly being brought down now. It's now just under a second. I think Sophie is going to be able to take King Ears this lap. I'm feeling good about that decision, I think.
Is that your prediction that she's going to get past this lap?
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a really close top three here between Chris, Sophie, and Gecko. I think that's going to be my mid-race predictions, and I think I'm going to try and stick with that. I know JP's in the lead right now, but he's still. I think he's going to be shortly on the back foot with that fuel. It's starting to go compared to Chris, who's got more. But in addition, Chris has got the faster tyre compound. But again, he's got to go on to hards and softs, hards and mediums. Sorry, so. Unless he decides to do a lap on each and then run the rest of the race on softs. It may work out, to be fair. It's still early doors. But there you go. Sophie's in a position to attack. She's 4 tenths away. And she's actually... they're actually at the corner where surfing. And now going through X-Mule. Or X-Mule, however you say it, I think it is. They are right at the top. Sorry, where surfing is where they are at the moment. So that is going to be. There's going to be an opportunity very shortly for Sophie to attack if she wishes to, or if they want to work together. It's quite clear Sophie's got the pace at the moment, and she's also got the tyre advantage here as well. And in addition, she's even got the fuel advantage as well, of having a lot less fuel, so she's able to have a lighter car. So we're gonna of course keep tabs. That's it. Yeah, she's done it. She got the inside.
Yep, nicely done. Yeah,
a very nice move there. So Sophie gets the move. I think that would happen way too fast for me to even actually just calculate there. So that was a very beautiful move. Sophie is in the top 3, and again she's got the tyre advantage over Chris, and I think she may have the tyre advantage over JP later on as well. She's in the best position here, so unless anything happens, commentator's curse, fingers crossed does not happen today, she could win this one. But again, Gecko, he is a magician because he's got something up his sleeve. Don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, Gecko's the man with a plan.
Exactly. We're gonna see something come out soon from Gecko. I think he's gonna surprise us potentially. I mean, it's quite clear he can drive the Toyota. And he can save his tyres and potentially even save fuel as well.
Oh, I've just seen Blitz has said that he thinks it's probably Sneak that's been when Gecko had that spin.
Yeah.
He's blaming Sneak.
Is he? There you go. Maybe it's maybe it's the party chat curse, right? It's I mean, it must be that. But just looking back at Sneak, actually, he's not got any damage here. He's kept it consistent for a little bit of time here, so that's a good sign. And Heisika says King Years just needs to stay in slip. Sophie has to pit for fuel. That's true. To them, actually, we're going to be getting quite a bit of coverage on slip on King Years and Sophie. I keep saying random words, don't I? Exactly. Yeah. If he can just stay in the slipstream for the big straight, perhaps there's a opportunity for King Years to attack again. But unfortunately, with the tyres, it's going to slam a little bit down. It's going to slam down a little bit. But yeah, I think Sophie's going to have to come in. I reckon it will be next lap. She could potentially come in this. She could potentially go one more lap, I reckon. I don't know exactly how much fuel she's got left, but that gauge probably speaks to me that she's on a. She's going to be on the edge. She's going to be on the back foot slightly. But again, she's got the tyre advantage. Gecko is actually caught up now to King Years.
Blitz has updated his prediction. He's going for Sophie for the win now.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think a lot of momentum's going towards Sophie, aren't they? A lot of people are.
Yeah, I think after her consistency in this entire race so far, and starting on the hards, is really benefiting. I mean, it does help to qualify as best as you can, but if you're going to focus your efforts on anything, it's preparing for the race, and if that means you've got to put hards on,
yeah, I don't know. She's definitely done the right thing, starting on the hard tyres.
Exactly, and I think therefore she could be in a chance to win this one. And in addition, Gecko's going to be able to attack King Years here, so I think Gecko and Sophie are going to find themselves up in for a battle with Chris later on. Maybe King Years and JP have a battle on their hands after all said and done. I'm not too sure, but now Gecko, he's got the opportunity to stay in a slipstream. And again, are we going to see Gecko go for the move, or actually work with King Years to try and gain ahead? I mean, it could go either way, but Gecko's going to go on the attack.
Yeah, he's going for it.
And he gets the move done. It's not quite over yet for the straights, but he does get that clearance there. 2 temps, and that's going to quickly go up. And now to Sophie, that's 2.8 seconds. But look at that. I think Gecko got the slingshot there, because that gap's now gone to 2.7 seconds. Only a couple of attempts, but those couple of attempts could be all he needs to gap her in the pits. And speaking of which, JP in the pits, Chris is back in first place. So I can't remember what JP started on now. I don't know what he's been on exactly, but
JP has done softs, mediums. I think JP's still got to use the hards yet.
Yeah, fair enough. If that's the case, I think we're going to see. You know, I think we're going to see King Years and JP get into a bit of a battle later on. I can feel it, and I think between Chris
together.
Exactly, and between Chris, Sophie, and Gecko, it's going to be really close. But still, it's anyone's game still. The race is still early. We're not even halfway through yet. Phew, this is mental. You're doing good, Sophie. Keep up the good work. So the adrenaline going through. I know I'd probably be shaking at this point after how long we've been going for and how long is left. It's probably exhilarating. It's certainly special to watch as well. So Sophie comes out the pits in P5 on softs, of course, that's to be expected. King Years also on softs, and JP also on softs. So we know King Years and Sophie have done with all their tyres. So they're all then both of them are clear. JP,
yeah, they can just run softs all the way to the end.
Exactly. JP, I believe, has to go on medium still. Sorry, hards was it? I can't remember what it was on now.
Yeah, I don't think JP has used hards yet.
I see. Yeah. Fair enough, if that's the case, yes. He's still got to go on hard, so he's going to be on the back foot later on. Gecko, I think he's still got to go on hard as well, if I'm correct. I think he's done mediums now.
Yes, he did softs, mediums, and then went back on softs, so...
There you go. And then that just leaves Chris. Chris has to do 2 more tyre compounds yet, in addition...
Yes, do medium and hard yet, don't he, so...
So I think, potentially, I mean, now that's changing things up. We know King Years and Sophie are done for their mandatory tyres, so theoretically, if they can make their tyres and fuel last an hour and a half, which is probably not likely. It'd probably be too slow, but they would be in a position to save that time in pits. They've got the tyre advantage now, so you know my predictions are changing rapidly here, but I think King Ears, Gecko, and Sophie could potentially be in a best position because of Chris's pit stops that he's got to make. I think that's going to slow him down later, unless he can build maybe a minute to minute and a half gap when he makes those changes. I don't know, it's possible, but unless he can do it, which is possible, again, it is possible. He probably has put a lot of practice into this. I mean, that's going to be
back. John Boy's got quite bad damage. He's struggling.
Yeah, he's dropped off a bit from Danny and Ginger now, and he's got that.
And Sneak, he's got engine damage as well again.
Oh, unlucky. Could that be Gecko's fault in party chat? I wonder.
Gecko. Yeah, Gecko putting him off in party chat now.
There you go. See, they're playing against each other now. Sneak's going to do a bit of grinding on the wall there. I don't know if he's going to pick up a penalty for that, but he does get it back on track quite nicely. He does get a bit of paintwork damage, but running the stock Scirocco livery, which is also very nice. So see, John Boy is having a chance to change up his, as you're probably saying, probably make the last tyre change, but also fix that engine as well. I think Vest actually, underdog, he's recently joined the Asylum, but he's doing really well here. Looking at P9, I reckon he could be in a chance to attack John Boy and Ginger later on, if he can keep that pace going. Of course, assuming he's done his mandatory tyre changes here as well. Ginger, I can't feel my fingers, and King Ears, he just ran to the loo, just about made it back on time. Oh, nice one, mate. Ginger's on the straight, take one hand off wheel and open, and close one hand to change the other one. Yeah, fair enough. Are you on controller, Ginger? I'm not too sure. I mean, I assume because Sophie races in ACC, I assume she'd be on wheel, and I'm pretty sure that Chris is on the Logitech as well, isn't he? So, but I'm not sure about everyone else.
C29.
And there you go. I suppose if it comes down to hardware or not, it looks like Chris is clearly. Anyone can win on any piece of equipment as long as you practice and you put the time in, which is clear that Chris certainly has. In fact, I think everyone is doing a superb job here. Unfortunately, Danny picks up a half a second penalty here, so I assume that's going to be an off-track penalty once again. That's the easy thing about GT Sport. It's normally quite clear to tell what kind of penalty it is. Ears has his slave typing for him. Ah, fair enough, Ears. It's not the missus, is it? I'm cheeky. I'll probably get a slap for that if my missus hears, but I will. It's I'm streaming, so I am protected by you guys for now.
Yeah, you're all right till midnight. After midnight, and that's it.
Exactly. And if she's asleep, then I'll wipe the sweat off my head. I'm all right. She'll sleep it off. It's fine. All that aside, it's lovely. It's good to, of course, see you in the chat as well. Even if it is whoever the slave is typing. So yeah, just going to. I'm not sure who we haven't checked in a while here. How is Ginger getting on? I see Ginger here has been setting some really consistent lap times here. 9:55. Oh, sorry, 8:55, 8:50, 8:52, 50. Yeah, it looks like he's been setting some really close times here. So I know that King has still got the highest, the fastest lap so far, set on lap 2, which actually it's only been nearly 10 laps. That is crazy. If it's a Mrs. typing, it's not his slave, it's the boss. Yeah, no, fair enough, I get that. King says he's devoted wife unfortunately drew the short straw. Ah, I see. I mean, I did get it right, but yeah, in my flat, I suppose the missus is the boss. But exactly, I suppose it depends who's in charge in it. I'd like to think I'm in charge, but then I think the missus has always got to be in charge.
Yeah, we let them be in charge.
No, exactly. I mean, it's happy wife, happy life, right?
That's the saying.
But I mean, to be fair, I suppose they do a lot for us. At least I don't mind. Makes me yummy dinners. Not all the time. I do dinners as well, really basic ones. I do housework, but I don't tend to be so proactive in it. But still, we'll take care of each other. That's the main thing in it. And Heatsicker says, women are the boss in any household. Yep, I think that's fair enough, mate. I have to back you on that. I rule the roost, but the rules on the road. Yep, fair enough then. Oh, sorry, I'm reading it's roast. Sorry, it's not roost. Roast, got ya. And just a reminder, guys, if you want to donate to Colostomy UK, the description in the description below is a link. So make sure you click that and donate through there. Really appreciate it. I've done £5 so far, and I will also be donating shortly in the stream as well for my second donation. I'll be donating on behalf of Melty, who was in the stream earlier. Unfortunately too young to have any sort of unable to do so, but I'll do it on his behalf and my behalf as well. So if you guys want to do so, of course, we'd really appreciate that. And in addition, if you want to see some of the awesome stuff that Gaz is doing on his channel, check that out in the description below. Of course, any follow is a follow, and of course we both
much appreciated, mate.
That's all right, mate. I don't normally do so many shameless plugs and go around in circles. I probably do, actually, to be fair, but because it's a long stream and also it's a purposeful stream, I want to make sure we get the right messages out there, and also give credit where credit's due. Of course, you've done amazing throughout this past year. I've only known you, of course, for a couple of months, but of course, seeing how strong you are and seeing how confident you are as well, to talk about it, I think that takes a lot. That takes a lot of. In my household, I would say balls, but it takes a lot to to be in that position to talk about it. So no, well done, mate. And
yeah, thank you.
That's all right, mate.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the donations as well. If anybody has donated, it's very much appreciated.
Thank you, guys. And if you do donate, make sure you maybe drop it in a comment to us or something, so we can give you a nice little shout out. I mean, or if not, that's fine as well. I'm happy to do so, but I get a comment here. So, Dead Graves, halfway through the race. That is the one, mate. We are at just over the halfway point, and it looks like this top 5 here, incredibly close. I mean, only 50 seconds between Sophie and Chris, but as we mentioned earlier, Sophie has got the tire advantage in the future. She's not going to be on the back foot, and she's going to be in a position to attack pretty much anyone who's in front of her. So that's excellent news. So yes, it's all closing up. So again, any predictions, feel free to put them in. It's starting to look a bit clearer now. I still think there's battles awaiting the guys at the back here. I think Vest, John Boy and Ginger could potentially be in for a nice battle here. Assuming, of course, that it kind of all lines up. I see Danny and Ginger both have penalties here, actually. But it looks like they're both working them down, so that is all good to see. And as for Sneak, it looks like he's still got engine damage here. Is he going to do?
Chris has just lapped him, to be fair.
Oh, I see. There you go, 8 minutes 51. So that's the first. Maybe it's because he's driving slower. He might be able to be a bit more precise. Potentially, it's something that it's wants to work with. Certainly not going to gain him much time. But if it's fast on the road and in the pits, then fair enough. But again, that could mean that Mackie could be in the chance to attack later on. Because we know it's in the pits, though. I think Ginger's been on softs and mediums now, so I'm assuming he's going to go to hards. That'd be my guess.
Well, Blitz is predicting that Gecko will do his hards on the very last lap of the race.
Oh, I see. I mean, he's going to get the advantage.
His prediction.
Yeah, of course. He's going to get his advantage over Chris, somewhat, because he doesn't have to go to mediums. He only has to go to hards, whereas Chris has to go to hards and mediums still.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So Ginger has done hards. So actually, Ginger is all done now as well. So he just has to look ahead on the softs. So that could mean Ginger could attack Danny later on as well. So I think Ginger, Danny, and John Boy are going to start closing in a little bit between each other, potentially. And then back to Gecko Racer. So if he does the last lap on hards, he and Chris might have a very close battle, but I think maybe Gecko might be able to run away with the higher position, assuming he can come out above Chris before they both go on hards. I assume if Gecko's going to go on hard the last lap, I take it one of them would follow each other. So potentially they both might run the same strategy at the end there. But it's all going to come down to preparation, and if Gecko's planned for it, then potentially it could happen.
Yeah. Well, your prediction of JP and King Ears has come true.
There you
There's
go.
like 0.3 of a second between them both at the moment.
And they get in their battle. This is just what we like to see. Of course, on the shorter tracks, battles are a lot more common, and I'm sure at Special Route X, when we get to do that, which I think would be an awesome way to end off the year. Just putting it out there, guys, you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, Christmas special.
Exactly. But if we do that, of course, I think there'll be a hell of a lot more battling, of course, as to be expected. But yeah, it's nice to see these moments of battling here. Like, for example, when Sophie made the move on King Ears earlier. I think when Chris and JP were battling earlier as well, and King Ears and Chris. There's been a good couple of battles here and there. In fact, John Boy and Danny had a battle earlier, I believe, when there was some engine damage in John Boy's Aston. But I'm quite excited to see here. Is JP going to be able to hold King Ears off long enough? I mean, they're both on the faster tyre compound. They're both at the same fuel, and they're both, in addition, at the same level of tyre wear, roughly. So really,
yes,
it's
an even battle.
Exactly. I know King Ears has got the fastest lap in the race, but could that have been down to just preparation? Or maybe JP's hiding something up his sleeve? Maybe he's saving it for the race? Who knows? But I mean, I think they're equally matched, and I think they've both done all their tyres as well now as well. So if I'm correct, I know King Ears and Sophie and Ginger, I believe Mackie, have all done their tyres now, so everyone else has still got to do that third or second tyre. But yeah, this is looking close. I don't think I can blink for this one. This is incredibly close. Ginger, I just can't. Oh, quickly gonna go over. What's happened with Ginger here?
He's got damage.
See, I mean, he's still in P7, he's not...
Yeah, he must have had enough.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, but I think that's going to invite John Boy into the fray. Just going back to this fight with JP and King Ears. In fact, I'll probably get the chat loaded up on my phone. I think I've missed a lot of stuff, haven't I? Oh, there you go. Blitz is saying wearing a wig does not count for our Mrs. R the Boss conversation there. I suppose a wig could technically count, assuming he can pull it off. That's the real question. And Sneak only precise on auto drive. Oh, there you go. So when the car drives itself.
Yeah, was that Blitz?
Yeah, that was Blitz, yep. He's so sweet though, isn't he?
He says such nice things about his son, really, doesn't he, to be fair?
Oh, absolutely. I only realised they're a family when we went to the Asylum HQ.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't make the assumption, or I didn't even know until like he just said it. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
there you go. Well, more you learn, right? So that's fantastic.
It's just part though, because you know Sneak's quicker. You see, that's the.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, he's got the age on his side, I suppose, isn't he? And if he's got the speed as well, you know. But I think I want to see a 1v1 actually, 1v1 between Sneak and Blitz, or maybe like some team games, like rivalry battles. So, for example, I think if I could name rivals off the top of my head, I think Blitz and Sneak could be like captains, I guess. And then me and Grandpa as rivals, you and JDP or John as rivals. I'm trying to think of anyone else who I think I can see a rivalry with. Oh, I know there's a rivalry with. Oh, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but that's easily a six-man race, 3 versus 3 right there. I'd be interested to see how it all formulates. There's probably more rivalries forming as well. I mean, I reckon... I don't know. I'm trying to think now. I mean, I can see here JP and King Ears actually have a good rivalry battle going on right here. I reckon we could slot them in if anything materialises. So what are you thinking for the straight, mate? Are we think we're going to see King Ears make the move on JP?
I think... Oh, I thought we were going wide then.
That's close, isn't it?
Yeah. Although I'm going to predict JP will be in front by the start-finish line.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think they're going to slingshot off each other, aren't they?
Yeah.
And here you go. So we're getting to the straight now. I'm just going to quickly glimpse my phone for the comments. Heatseeker, Sneak will kick Blitz's butt on any track, any day of the week. There you go. You heard it from Heatseeker himself. And I had to look away at just that moment, didn't I? King Ears makes the move on JP. But again, JP's firmly in the slipstream. They're both on pace with each other. They're both at the same tyre advantage, and they're both at the same fuel. So I don't think anyone should be blinking here, because blinking you miss it, right? And King Ears, he said he's waiting for the straight. There you go. See, King Ears has it all mapped out. So here we go. Chris is in the pits. Is Chris going to switch his tyres, or is he going to do another stint on softs?
Is King Ears in your chat?
Yeah, he's got his missus on the comments.
She's typing.
Yeah.
He's saying she's typing. Well, that's dedication for you.
That certainly is. I think if that doesn't speak relationship goals, I'm not sure what does right there. So if anyone's an example to learn from, it's definitely the King Ears household right there.
Chris has switched onto his hards.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
He's just come out of the pits.
So that's going to leave mediums for Chris, and actually a three-way battle is approaching here. I'm actually going to hop on board with King Ears, slap bang in the middle. We got a King Ears sandwich once again between this time Chris and JP as opposed to Chris and Gecko. We're getting a good couple of King Ears sandwiches today, aren't we?
Yeah, certainly are.
But of course, we're still getting comfy. We've still got an hour and 19 minutes plus probably an extra 8 minutes for that lap to finish as well. So make sure you grab your drinks, grab your food, and get comfy, because we've still got a long way left to this one.
Yeah, and Chris has only put enough fuel in for one lap, so he's definitely only using them hards for one lap.
So I reckon that's going to actually invite Sophie and Chris to have their battle, and I think actually if Gecko follows through, he's got a bit of fuel, but I think there's that three-way battle commencing, and JP and King Ears, again, they're hanging on. We know King Ears has done all his tyres now, I think. I'm losing track of everyone's tyres here. I really should be writing this down, shouldn't I? But we are going to start seeing this three-way battle commence. And Danny's in the pits. Is he going to go out on any other tyres? Oh, he's got engine damage. That will probably be... I must have missed that earlier. And
he's getting his hard stint over with.
There you go. So I think that means that Danny is now finished on all his tyres. So again, he can look ahead. So Danny and Ginger are in positions to be levelled with later on, I think, if that made any sense. They're both in the position to attack later anyway. So I get a message from King Ears. We're only goals because I let him do whatever he wants. There you go. It says he's all done on tyres, so there you go. Fair enough. I keep forgetting, but thank you for letting me know. That's good. So Paul, how's it going, peeps? Yeah, mate, it's good, thank you. How are you? It's very interesting. I think Gaz is capturing some awesome moments. I'm capturing some awesome moments. Got a very awesome three-way battle commencing here between King Ears, Chris, and JP. And I think Sophie, Gecko, and Chris are also going to be battling later on as well. I can feel it. I see my top three are... Which ones are they going to be, Paul? I think the top three are becoming a bit clearer and clearer after each couple of laps. And I've just noticed here as well, Sophie's actually maintained that 5.6 second gap for a little bit now. So even though she's not got slipstream, she's still got that pace. So I reckon... Oh! It looks like an unfortunate incident from King Ears there. Goes off track and gets reset. So extremely unfortunate there. But hopefully King is able to make a swift recovery. But now Sophie's into P4. And she's done all her tyres. So she's done technically all her mandatory pits, but she's probably still going to need to come in at least a couple of times before the end of the race. He's lost it. Oh, that's very unfortunate, but it looks like he is already back on track, and he's got the advantage of being able to attack later on. I know the Audi, as we learnt from earlier, the FF cars, not the best on tyre wear, but we know, I've seen King Ears in action. I've seen him in Super GT's videos, seen him in Daltonator's videos. We know King Ears is fast, so perhaps he's going to be able to make a very nice recovery later on. But I think because of that, we might potentially see a four-way battle here between JP, King Ears, Chris and Gecko. I think Sophie is going to slowly start reeling in everybody now. Although saying that, Gecko's got a 27-second gap, and he's only got to do one more tyre change. So, and we know Chris has only got one more lap to come in, so realistically, it's going to be down to JP to see if he can actually catch up to Gecko after Chris goes in the pits. But as with racing, 3 becomes 2, with the pack split up a bit, so now JP and Chris are going to get the opportunity to have their battle. It's looking pretty intense so far. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And of course, make sure you check out Gorilla Gaz's channel in the description below for some awesome views that I'm probably missing.
Yeah, I'm just keep cycling through. I've had Mackie and everybody on just a bit, just to give them a bit of
screen time.
Coverage, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I do cut to everyone, but I'm trying to capture these battles before they...
Yeah, well, JP and Chris, this is going to be interesting.
Exactly. Looks like JP gets a beautiful move done on the outside there. And actually just before approaching the carousel here. I think this is the big carousel. Yeah, so this one's going to be the big carousel. We're going to see JP go for a beautiful textbook move, and then, of course, going to get a nice run out here. So after Chris's lap on the hards, he's just got the mediums to go later. Was that right?
Yeah, Chris has still got to use the mediums.
Yeah, fair. And Gecko.
Yeah, and he's done his. And I think Gecko has still got to use hards.
Yeah, fair enough. So I think them two are going to have their battle shortly. But now JP's got to reel in Gecko, because I think JP... I think he's still got one more tyre compound to go, but I could be wrong. I really should write this down. Well, I'll do it for next time. If I don't race and I just commentate, I will do that for next time. However, JP's got that gap down to 27.8, 27.9. Oh, okay, that is going up. But that gap is there. Sophie's not too far back now as well. She's 33 seconds away from Gecko.
Yeah,
again.
Sophie's sneaking closer and closer. She's pulling herself into contention here.
Exactly, and because she's got the tyre advantage at this point from now to the end of the race, it's an hour and 13, so potentially an hour and 20 minutes or 21 minutes on softs. She's going to be able to attack pretty much fully at this point. Chris and Gecko could be in different situations. We know King Ears is also in attacking strategy. He can go fully on the offense when that opportunity presents himself. So that just leaves JP, Gecko and Chris. Where are they going to come out? Because Sophie's only 33 seconds behind Gecko now, and Gecko has to make at least one more pit stop. So I think it's fair to say Sophie could actually be the winner. It could be fair to predict that at this stage in the race. And I think that's what I've got to go with.
We just had a quick question about tyres. How many laps do they need to do on tyres?
Yeah,
it's
so
just one lap minimum, isn't it?
Yeah.
On each one. So.
Yeah, so for example, if it was going to be one lap on like hards, one lap on mediums, then the rest of the race on softs, that would be acceptable. But you might be running that. You might be running 2 extra pits. So it depends on the strategy. But yeah, pretty much going to come down to using all the tyres.
All 3 tyres. So.
Exactly. And he says, Paul with the proud dad moment. JP didn't get the recognition he deserves for being super quick. Oh, absolutely. I've not raced with JP much. I think it was only in a team versus team one time, if I'm correct. And I've seen him a little bit in the Nexus League as well, which has been going on. I think
it's quick.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he is talented, and I'd love the opportunity to drive with everyone on the grid here. But oh, Chris in the pits. But yeah, in addition, just having the opportunity to race with all these guys, just really cool. He's decent. Given a run for his money, that's for sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think depending on how the tyre situation comes out, we're going to see exactly who's going to get to battle with who. But judging from Chris and King Ears both in the pits, Chris only has to make one more mandatory pit stop on the mediums, but King Ears can attack, although Chris has to refuel. So actually, I reckon Chris could maybe lose a position here to King Ears potentially on how much he refuels.
And he's on the mediums.
Ah, there you go. So that's Chris's last mandatory pit stop.
Yeah.
Again, if he can make him last an hour and 10 minutes, hats off to you. But there's probably going to be lots more pits ahead of us yet. But yeah, that's the thing with Sophie being on the attack, getting the hard tyres out the way at the beginning. I mean, she's on full attack mode now. 31 seconds to Gecko. I think that's about the same as it was, but she doesn't have to look behind anymore. She can look fully ahead. So I think she's in a very safe position here. I know she's got to come in soon based off that fuel.
Another question from Yvonne: is there a lot of difference in the tyres and also in the lap time? You know, from the different tyres.
Yeah. So I think a good example would probably be to look. I mean, I don't think we got anyone that's come in and out. But I mean, for example, Gecko Racer, he's done how many laps now on softs? As far as I can see, from lap whatever to before lap 4 to now, he's kept it incredibly consistent. So I think, judging from that, I reckon you can easily get about maybe 11 to 12 laps consistency so far. But I think it depends who you are, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I think a lot of it's your skill level as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is quite a. You can feel the difference between the different compounds. To be fair.
Yeah.
You know, your hards, you just haven't got that grip, have you? You know, it's like being on ice sometimes, depending on the track. So. Yeah,
exactly. That's the thing. With a track with so many corners, it's almost like a big disadvantage to be on a slower tyre compound. For example, if you're on like a smaller circuit, like even just Nurburgring GP, it'll still be noticeable, but it won't be like, you might only be like a second or a second and a half off your lap time if you're on hards than if you're on softs. But when you're on such a big track like this, that could be detrimental. That could be what, 4 or 5 seconds a lap maybe?
Yeah, I'd say probably around 5 seconds a lap slower on hards to softs.
Exactly. So I think no, very very good question actually, and one I suppose I don't really think of often, but it's a very good question to ask.
Yeah, and she's sorry for all the questions. No, that's fine. That's what we're here for.
Exactly. Yeah. If anything,
feel free, ask away.
Giving us something to talk about as well, isn't it? Because at times it's mesmerising watching everyone go around and also trying to keep up with everyone. In fact, I'm going to try and get some attention on the guys here. So it looks like Vess has got the run on Ginger. He actually got the position. So Vess has gone up into P8. He was in P9 earlier. They've just made the switch. And as I mentioned earlier, Vess is quite new into the Race Asylum Discord. I think he's been here for about maybe, 5 weeks now, maybe 4 weeks?
Yeah, not too long.
But I think he's performing really well. And I think this is his first week with his new wheel. T300 RS, I think, maybe. I reckon he'll tip his hat off to me if I get that one right there. But unfortunately, just has had an incident there with the sand, so I'll cut to somebody else. But yeah, he's doing really well. That just means a battle is going to commence later on. Sneak has actually kept it all on track once again. He's keeping it nice and clean. I'm really trying not to do the commentator's curse. I don't want to ruin anyone's race.
Yeah, don't turn into Andy and do the commentator's curse.
Exactly. Wouldn't be ideal. So gonna try not to be distracted in that regard, or try not to curse anyone. But on the bright side, Sneak has picked up the pieces of it, and he's of course started to keep it a bit more on track, a bit more regularly here. I think he's definitely getting better, and same with Mackie as well. His lap times are improving. 9:53.3 he's set there, so actually that's not far off. I know it's just over a minute away from fastest lap, but of course that's still a really good lap, especially with this track. It's not an easy one by any means.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. And be an expert after these 3 hours.
Exactly. I mean, I reckon I'm going to be on the back foot now if we do something like this in future, and I decide to race. I'm going to be, I'll be the one at the back. And Kev just says, good luck to everyone, have fun, I'm off to bed. Thanks for watching, Kev, and have a lovely evening.
Yeah, see you later, Kev.
One of our awesome livery guys, of course, alongside JP and Heatseeker and Gecko, of course, as I found out earlier. You know, everyone does so much for the community, for the Race Asylum community, I think, so it's nice to...
Everybody's willing to help each other out, that's the great thing about it.
Exactly. And I might be slow, but I stream or YouTube, so I suppose that's something. And just looking up ahead here, I see Sophie, she's reeled in JP now, 2.8 seconds.
Yep, 2.8 seconds, 31 seconds off the lead.
And that gap.
Still an hour and 5 minutes to go.
Oh. I think I'm going to stop saying names. That's like twice it's happened now. I'm going to stop saying names. Let's cut to someone random here. Who have I not given much attention? Okay, I'm going to say the numbers. Maybe that's better. P6. It's nice to see. In P Steve, we have a driver. Of course, he's been racing in the Euro and Eurasia Series. I believe he's in the BTCC Series. I believe he's also in the Italia Cup Series. He's in everything that could possibly be going on right now. And he's, of course, keeping it. He's got a nice little bit of space here to King Ears up ahead and Join Boy behind. Although I've just noticed Vest is in the pits. He's got some engine damage there. I think that'll be the incident from earlier. It's very unfortunate, but keep your head held up high, guys. It's still early days yet. Still got a very long time.
Everybody's doing amazing, to be honest.
Oh, I couldn't agree more.
2 hours of driving around here. It's... yeah, they deserve a medal, to be fair.
No, absolutely. I think everyone, a pat on the back to everyone. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm used to my kind of sprint races. I'm not used to like an endurance or like a marathon race, if you will, an endurance race. So, however fast you are, can you be fast for that whole 3 hours? That's the real question. And of course, we are starting to see how people are coping with that. And potentially, of course, something we could maybe do again in future. I'd love the opportunity to do this again. Especially, you know, Week Nudge Nudge around Special Route X. But I don't know, I think this is an excellent way to train your consistency, because it's not as easy as just leaving. I know Tweetman had an incident earlier where he got disconnected, and that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, that is just bad luck, that's can't be helped.
No, absolutely. And I reckon he could have been in for a chance to win it as well. I know Tweetman's really fast, and he does pull out the bag quite a lot. But yeah, I think it's just one of those things, isn't it? You know, it can't be helped, the disconnecting. But everyone, again, it's performing really well, and I think after this race, all going to be extremely consistent around here. No matter what times they're saying, it's still going to be consistent in that ballpark time. So that gap, I've just noticed, it's gone to 40 seconds. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Gecko's in the pits.
Ah, I see. And he's rocking the, what's it, the grey, blue and yellow colour scheme for the pit crew there. Very nice, I like that. Of course, got some channel blue going on there. I don't know why I call my channel colours channel blue, but it sounds nice, doesn't it? I'm thinking like channel blue, like, you know, like the like English channel, for example, the sea. You know, it's like a, well, it's not deep blue, is it? It's probably all like muggy blue, but yeah. She's going to jump. Oh, she's not. Okay, she's going to... oh, I see. Yeah, she's got 3% fuel. Okay, fair enough. So this is an excellent opportunity for me to hop on board with somebody else. We're going to see how King Ears is doing after his recovery. And what I'm going to do is check the comments. So Gaz sounds like stuff. Flintoff says King Ears. I'm not sure who Freddie Flintoff is, but...
sound like, oh, Freddie Flintoff?
Yeah, Freddie Flintoff.
Current Top Gear host.
Oh, I see. Oh, I've not seen the new Top Gear. I've kind of...
oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's good or not.
I wish I had his money, to be fair.
Oh, yeah? He's a rich guy, is he?
Well, he'll be worth more than me, I think, mate.
No, well, you never know. I mean, you could wake up and you could have 10,000 Twitch followers, couldn't you? Make sure you all follow Gaz in the description below.
Yeah, Twitch famous, yeah.
There you go. And there you go. You'll be raking how much you're making in now, in addition to how much more you could be raking in with Twitch. There you go. So you'd be swimming in it.
I could be the new Top Gear host. Yay.
There you go. See, would you be Jeremy Clarkson? James May or Richard Hammond, though? Which one would you be, do you think?
Go Clarkson, just for the laughs, I suppose.
I mean, he does like a good time, and I think you got to have that funny guy on the on the program to make it enjoyable, innit? But who else would you have in your Top Gear host, like your dream team, for example? Like you got your Richard Hammond and James May. I know it's a question on the spot. It's probably really silly, but if you could pick, who would be who to you out of anyone you can think of, or anyone in the asylum or whatever?
I'd have Gecko on.
Yeah?
He could be the Stig.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, he definitely could be the Stig.
Gecko can be Stig. You know, he can be the alien that just tests all the cars.
Of course, sets all the lap times for us to cry it, or for whoever to cry it. Yeah.
I'd have to have John on with me. You know, me and John team up quite a lot, so.
Yeah, it'd only be right, wouldn't it?
John as my James May.
Yeah.
And then who crashes? Who crashes a lot?
Sneak.
Yeah, Sneak can be Richard Hammond then.
There you go. Speaking of which, he's actually in the pits now. He's got a little bit of front bumper damage here, so I'm assuming he's going to fix that. So that'll be knock number 5, I think, right? For our sneak incidents. I don't know. I'm just trying it out there. Mackie still kept it consistent though. 4 minutes 27 away from Sneak there. So that gap's kind of been maintained. Although it's gone up a little bit, he's still staying on track and he's still not giving up. And that's what it's about. And is there any battles commencing here? It looks like everyone's got... Oh, Sophie does go off track. I just about caught the end of that there. But she does make a swift recovery. And I've got some lovely comments coming in here. So, Heatseeker, one thing that would be good in Gran Turismo 7 is where the lap counter is on the right. Would be good if you had the tyre compound symbol next to the lap time so you can see what lap time difference is between your tyre compound. I agree, I think that's a good shout. Or if not, if on the MFD at the bottom you could see like, I don't know, like a mini list. And you can see, okay, for example, so... for example, where Sophie's at now, you can see the 2 above and 2 below. So JP and King Ears, Chris and Danny can say, oh, maybe they've both been on top, softs up above, but they've both been on mediums below. Be like, okay, so I know roughly what I should be doing for my strategy. I know I'd be giving away the opponent's kind of potential what they're strategizing, but even if you could tell it for yourself, that's a sweet idea, Heatseeker. And
yeah, that is a good idea, to be fair.
And I see Dead Graves mentions, alright, so fastest lap was set on the second lap and we're 2 hours in. If anyone, including King, can beat the current fastest lap, I'll donate £20. Thank you, Dead Graves. So we're going to see here, can we get anyone beating King Ears' lap? I would love to see it. And I think it can be done. And more so, looking at Sophie's time recently, 46.7, she could easily go into the pits, assuming she's got enough of a gap. Go into the pits with no fuel, come out with a little bit of fuel, finish the race, and set even faster of a time, and maybe we can get that £20 donation. That'd be amazing.
That would be. That's yeah.
And I'll do my second one very shortly, but I reckon any one of these guys could be setting it here. I know Gecko's recently set a really fast lap here. She's actually set 2 really consistent laps here, 8:49.5. Lap 10 and 12. I don't know if that's my screen glitch now or if that's true or not, but that is incredible, being that consistent. And
oh yeah, 8:49.5, 8:49.5.
Yeah. Well, if that doesn't speak consistency, I don't know what does. And I've just noticed here, King is
Stig. That's Stig for you.
That is Stig. I think we've got to see him with a pure white livery and pure white suit. Maybe, or whatever, you know. Maybe you should actually get one, a Stig outfit. That'd be sweet. Although I think that's just a stock livery, isn't it, for the suit on the game. And am I all caught up? Medium size, he's softs in again. He's glorious. Yep, so Heatseeker, Andy would be hammered. Hammered Paul. Oh, I see. Okay, so Heatseeker saying Andy would be Hammond. Paul would be James May. I think I've got to see this team assemble right here for the Top Gear. Maybe get everyone sat around the table and just discussing, doing these fastest laps and going on these grand tours. I think I've got to see it. So, sorry, not Ginger, sorry, JP and King Ears, they've closed in a bit here. Oh, sorry, blue flags are out. But, of course, Ginger, faster driver has to work his way round the slower driver. Would that be right?
This one, I think they agreed in the Discord beforehand that the slower driver would actually come off the racing line to let the quicker driver through.
Ah, okay, got ya. Because I know on the multi-class I kept getting a bit confused, but I just kind of, I didn't want to ruin anyone's race. But I don't know if it's like a different kind of rule with Nordschleife, because you can't exactly...
Yeah, I think I saw the chat just before the race, and they said, I think that's what they all agreed on anyway.
Ah, I see, yeah, fair enough, that would make sense. Yeah, well, with that said, I think that Ginger's eventually gonna have to give up that line just to let King Ears go, but this could actually turn to a benefit because King Ears could give Ginger the slip down the straight, assuming it's at that point that the move can be made. So it looks like it's everyone's got a bit of a gap now. Of course, it's to be expected. Danny with a half a second penalty just about gets it, I think. I must have just caught the end of it there. I think it was an off-track penalty or a barrier collision. So easy to do on this track, and to be fair, so, assuming you don't get engine damage, I still think I sort of think that's a positive. Although you go into the wall, it's not positive, but you know. And just looking at Ginger here, I think he's actually starting to work away from King Ears here, so potentially Ginger does have the pace, he's just a lap behind. And Deadgrave says he likes that. I think he's referring to delivery, which, if it's the case, yeah, I really like Ginger's livery here. I think this has easily got to take off some seconds off the lap time because it's just very, very sleek. I like the red, white, and grey. I think that is. I can't make out if that's black or grey at the moment, but I'm liking that. So I can't quite tell. Is King Ears in the slipstream there? I'm not 100% sure. I don't think he is.
I don't think he is. I think he's slightly too far back.
Yeah, fair enough. And JP in the pits there. Hard. So
yeah, his hard.
Exactly. Unfortunately, Mackie just gets it a little bit off track there, but does quickly... Oh, okay, maybe it was a bit lag there. Okay, ignore me. He's back on track now anyway, that's the main thing. So JP's gone down. He's going to come out closer to Chris, I think it's going to be. Where is Chris now? Actually, it might be a little bit after that. I'm not too sure yet. But there you go. Sophie is in P3. So Sophie and King Ears, again, in the best positions possible. Gecko's still got to make the tyre change. I mean, I do like livery, but I was referring to King's counter donation. Oh, here you go. Yeah, sorry, I didn't notice that. If Rye stays at fastest lap, I'll put £20 in the donation pots. Oh, there you go. So I think there's still going to be a £20 donation either way, whether King Ears stays in fastest lap or not. What about a counter offer? What about if King Ears sets the fastest lap? Like 20 quid from both Deadgraves and King Ears. Sorry, £40 in total, right? That's 2020. Yeah. Sorry, I could do maths. No. If he gets top 3, we're opting for King Ears to get top 3, which, I mean, I think King Ears can get top 3 here. He's in the best position to do so. I mean, he's already in second.
Yeah, definitely.
And with Ginger just behind as well, he made the move. King Ears has got a bit of breathing space now to Sophie behind. And Chris and JP shortly behind as well. But, yeah, I think, make sure you guys donate through the link in the description below. For Cologne, sorry, I'm going to say it wrong again here now. Clostomy UK.
That's the one.
Yeah. I'm so bad at pronunciations. Right. Oh, cheers. Yeah, make sure you guys go through that, of course, or I suppose you could Google it again. I suppose I think there's a way to do it online, and I mean, obviously there is, but
yeah, you can just you can access it just by going on their website. So.
Ah, there we go. Lovely. And there you go. Gecko's already 30 seconds ahead of King Ears there. Sophie's only 4.6 seconds away, and Chris is only 9.4 seconds away from Sophie there. So it's all starting to get a bit closer here. Chris can now go on the attack. I think he's done all his tyres, so it's only leaving Gecko vulnerable later on. So maybe the top...
I think there's only Gecko now, I think, to use the hard tyre.
And assuming he can be consistent and fast on a hard tyre is really going to depend how it all plays out. But I think Sophie and Kingy is going to get the run on Gecko, and then it's going to be Chris and Gecko and JP slightly closer together. But I don't know. Still early doors. Still got 50 minutes left of this one. What's that? Everything going off. No picture, no sound. Yeah, I've just lost video too. Is my connection dropping? Ah, I see. It's not good. Can you still hear me, Gaz?
I can hear you, mate, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, I've got you.
I could quickly reset the stream, I suppose. I might lose all my bits. Yeah, I can't have it not streaming. Okay. Sorry, mate. I'm just going to quickly reset this here. I really hope he keeps the details as I've set them.